This episode is brought to you by 6XD Gearbox. More on them later. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Minnoxide podcast. I'm your host, Harris, a.k.a. Minnoxide, man of many automotive aspirations. And I'm here with my Ford-loving co-host, Dan, Mystery Kind of Garage.
There's a Taurus in here.
Yeah, this is true.
It's not in camera shots. Well, nonetheless, we're catching up with some old friends that we met earlier, or last summer, technically, over at Vinny's with Jared and Zach of Full Circle Garage. First of all, guys, good to see you guys again. It's been 6 months, 5 months, whatever, a lifetime.
Been a while.
First of all, go ahead, just introduce yourselves. What is Full Circle Garage? And we'll kind of just go from there.
Shoo! What is Full Circle Garage?
Man, what's the elevator speech?
So I'm Jared. Full Circle Garage is a lot, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Mainly, a lot of social media, YouTube videos, but I think most importantly, which we'll be launching in a couple weeks, is the parts end of things and tools end of things. So it is definitely a business. It's not just two guys.
Yeah, I think it started out, more social media, and then not without getting into too many details for later, but once I got here, we kind of talked about social media being exposure, building a brand, and then, obviously going into parts distribution and that kind of thing. That's kind of the ultimate goal because we both come from business. I want to do that and, encompass everything that we love about cars, but be able to do this full time and enjoy it, and then use social media for branding, marketing.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like an aspect of it, but you guys have built something really cool here in the last few years. I mean, when did Full Circle Garage kind of come into play? When did it come to existence?
So, my other company is a company called Paradise, and I design and build backyards. And so I was out on a job, and I pulled up to the gas station, filling up one of the work trucks, and a Porsche pulls up. And I get out, I look at it, I notice it. But by that time, I've got a few cars. I think maybe like 3 cars or something like that. And I was like, oh, man, killer GT3. And the guy said, keep working hard. One day you'll have one. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I get in my truck and I drive off to the job. But before I do, but I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about my friends. At this point, it's like 200 followers. I'm thinking about my friends. I'm like, I'm going to make a video. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. He says that. So I get back to the job and I literally take my phone out and I flip the camera around and I tell the story. But then I add to the end of it, I said, I should have said, bitch, do you not know who I am? Google me. So I say this in the video. This video ends up going viral. I didn't think nothing of it. I made the video. I put it down, went back to shoveling. I come back to my phone in the truck and I'm like, you're going from 200 followers to 5,000 to 10,000 to 15. And it was just,
it
was happening
exploded
fast. And I was like, holy crap. I'm like, this is crazy. And at
the time, it was called Full Circle Evo.
It was called
that's right. Yep.
It was called Full Circle Evo. I didn't change it to Full Circle Garage till I had added a few cars. Maybe it was Full Circle Garage at that time. Because I changed it once I added the GTR and the DSM. But
it's all blur now.
Yeah. But it was blowing up. It was odd, to go from 200 followers to, but even though I am a little, people will say a little on the wilder side when it comes to posting.
Most timid guy I know.
I'm here to tame him down. Let me tell you.
I always tell him, I'm like, bro, when I get that FU money, like, stay around me. Like, don't let me go unhinged. But, it was kind of one of those things that even though I am like that, I also care a lot about people, and I love seeing people grow at life. And so that kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, doing these antics is fun and all, but I want to bring real value to people's life. And I remember one of the guys was like, man, you'll get one viral video, maybe one more, but there's nothing that really will happen from that. But then, I've also been in business for 19 years. So I started to understand business, understand how to grow a business, a successful business, all this stuff. So it was kind of one of those things. It was kind of like that whole prove them wrong. I was just like, I'll show you, and
prove who wrong at this point.
Well, I wouldn't even say really, because the guys didn't have any kind of ill intentions. It was just kind of one of those things. It was like, you might not been able to do anything with your followers, but for me and understanding business and how it works, I can turn this into something. And so then, started grinding social media, and that's where he's at the time. He's working a tool truck. And
So I'm Zach, obviously. We're cousins too, by the way, for the people that don't know that. Some people don't.
I'm black and white.
You can see the resemblance.
Yeah. He's black. He's black. He can get away with some stuff too.
I don't know if the YouTube is going to approve him.
I may live in Florida, but
I don't know about this. It seems sketchy.
I may live in Florida, but I promise you, there's nothing tan underneath all this.
Bro, I'm looking like, how you got?
Yeah, you can see my leg. I am in shorts.
You live in Florida, bro. Like that should not be a problem.
Mean, it's gotten better, but anyway. But yeah, so yeah, man. I mean, at the time, I had started my business. I'd been in probably 4 years at this point, and had a tool franchise, and was doing that, grinding it. Working crazy hours, but learning distribution. Still being tools was still in my wheelhouse because I grew up working on cars for a living. Got out of school, went to college for it. My dad turned riches his whole life. And, always into cars, building cars, racing cars. And so, I'd really seen what was capable with such a small, I told Jared this all the time. I'm like, dude, it's unreal how much money the guys spend on tools and just cars in general. And I would go out and I'd have like 300 customers on my books. And I'm looking at these numbers and I'm like, dude, like there's something that can be done here if you add the social media aspect to it. And so him and I were talking, and really at first, I don't think it was meant to be this. It just kind of snowballed, and we were like, there's potential. There's some potential here, for something crazy. And so we just started.
So you were at the distributor.
So is it? Yeah. So let's see. What did I say? So I was learning tool distribution. I was not a stripper, definitely not. But yeah, so Jared and I were talking about this can be something more. And so we started kind of bouncing the idea around of what would it be like if I moved down here? And yeah, I mean, it turned into things.
Not thinking his wife was going to be on board.
Yeah.
That's a hard pitch.
Yeah.
Sell your business, sell your house, pack your kids up and
Well, I think when we talked last time too, you had, because I don't know if people know how the tool business works, but you have to pay for all that shit, right? You had just gotten yourself up square, right? You just dug yourself out of that hole.
So we moved here in July, and I was 2 months away from paying my business completely off.
Yeah.
And so that was a hard thing to be like, man, here I am. I'm about to really start making money.
Yeah.
And let me, sell all that, sold my house. We made good out on our house. We had a lot of equity in it for just a short amount of time that we had it. And yeah, I mean, me and my wife have been talking a little bit about it. It's so weird. We call this full circle, but it really encompasses so much of our lives in general. And that's kind of the thing too, that we don't always get to kind of share. But we ended up, talking to my wife, him and I talked about it, had the whole idea. I spent 3 hours on lunch break, pretty much burned my whole day up. And we're coming up with this idea. And I'm like, well, let me ask my wife if she's down. Do you want to live in a camper? Do you want to do this? Let's sell our house, blah, blah, blah. And I walked in the door and he's like, there's no way. And I go in and I pitch it to her. And I mean, within the first 30 seconds of me saying something, she's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like,
then he got nervous.
Yeah, I was trying to
pass the ball.
I was like,
we'll do it.
I wasn't ready. I'm like, okay,
wait a minute. I don't know if I'm ready.
So it got real quick. I don't remember exactly when that was that we had that discussion, but I mean, then we just got the ball rolling. I got a game plan together, sold down my inventory, sold my truck. I went through a really difficult time there too, because in between that, I put my house up for sale and my dad passed away. And, so it was just a lot of moving parts in a very short amount of time. My father-in-law told me whenever we moved down here, he's like, the three hardest things that most people go through in their life are, selling a business, a family member dying, like a mother or a father. And then, just, God, I don't know what the other third thing was, but yeah. So, but that was one of the things that he was telling me about. He's like, man, the fact that you did all these things, and selling your home, I think that's what it was. But he was like, you did all three in 3 months. So, but yeah, I think we should really go back to even talking about kind of how full circle, like even the name itself, like what that means.
You want to talk about that?
Sure, man. It's your story.
All right. So basically, I've been in business for like at that point maybe like 15 years, 16 years or something like that. And he's, we've been close from day one since we were kids.
Yeah.
Like we've been around. My dad worked a lot. His dad worked a lot, but was, basically a mechanic. And so he learned a lot about cars. I didn't, and I still don't. I mean, I know a good bit now, but
he's learning a lot more now that we're together again, for sure.
So he had kind of like that area expertise. And so he had stayed on me. My dream car was Evo 9, like behind me. Graphite gray, literally MRSC, the whole 9 yards. And I've been wanting this car forever. When my dad died of cancer when he was 47, I was 25. He had asked me what's my dream car, and I had said that car right there. And he had stayed on me forever.
14
all
years.
I did literally is
14
just
years.
work. I wouldn't buy myself anything. I know it sounds crazy now, but I wouldn't buy myself anything. I would just work, and I worked, and I worked, and I worked. And I think now, being older, I look back and it was kind of like a coping mechanism, because I could just kind of drain myself in hard work. I love hard work. I love working out every day. I love just putting myself through pain. I don't know why. And I found that on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And he's like,
no, dude, I stayed on for 14 years to get this car.
Yeah.
So I had my 240, was always into cars. We grew up in cars. And he had a Talon TSI when we were kids. And then
So I've been DSM guy
for a really long
pretty
time.
much all my life.
Sorry to hear that.
It's been a hard. I said I like pain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
A lot of pain's been had. But yeah, so it's funny because we were with 13, 14, saw Fast and Furious. That whole thing obviously kind of blew up for us when that was our age. Our age bracket when all that hit the scene, and
you could afford them.
Yeah.
I
think I paid
bought mine for like $500.
Yeah. I was about to say I bought my 240 for like $750.
Those are good times, bro.
Yeah.
Craigslist, bro. You
Yeah.
can buy a car
Dude.
for $500.
Oh, Craigslist. I kind of miss Craigslist
I
with
know,
this Facebook
man.
Marketplace stuff now. It's
Facebook Marketplace.
We were just talking to Cooper. He got his freaking Camaro. Granted, it's nothing special. But he got his Camaro for like $900 or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are good old days, brother.
Yeah. You don't have people that message you and is like, is this still available? And then they ghost you and you're like, yeah,
they did.
nothing. It's like, all right. You don't know if they just accidentally hit the button or what.
Do you finance? I'll trade you my HGTV for. Like what, bro?
But yeah, but kind of going back, he got the car. I had my car. We started cruising around. He actually met his wife at a car meet. I was with him that night.
Oh yeah, that's all. That's a whole
Yeah,
story
dude. There's
right
so
there,
much.
bro.
I mean,
it's a lot.
Dude, bring it even back further.
There's so
wanna
much,
go back?
man.
Bring it
It's-
back to 1983.
Bro, you
Let's
don't,
go.
you don't understand. It's really
So-
crazy, the story, if you really get down to the
In
nuts and bolts.
'86, my mom had her legs spread. And there was this big, strong black guy. Oh, we're not going that far?
Yeah.
And then Full Circle was born.
You came out grappling and everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess, man, you know what? Let's go back to that because that is
Because you guys are
Definitely.
from North Carolina originally.
Yeah.
Right.
Kannapolis.
Kannapolis, yeah.
Yep.
home of Dale Earnhardt. In case you don't know, the real people that follow NASCAR, they know. We got a statue of him in the middle of town.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. So let's start from when we were kids. Let's start how we got into all this and then how it kind of,
The retention just goes, fuck it.
You're gonna have to do some editing. You have to like take this part, move it all the way to the front.
you might have to, man. He's ADHD too. So he'll jump 10 steps ahead. I'm like, bro, you just missed all this shit back here. Like,
In the beginning.
All right, so you got your dad who you're kind of like relying on cars, but then are you guys hanging out a lot as kids at that
Yeah,
point? Or
hanging out a lot.
okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're, definitely a lot. His dad worked a lot. And so like most summers, I was pretty much at his house all the time.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out. And so I was telling our videographer about this yesterday on the way from TRC event. And I mean, I remember one night, it was one of the rare nights your dad was home. And we went to Walmart for whatever reason. And we were walking through the aisle there with all the videos, they'd have all the DVDs inside the bins. And I pull out Fast and Furious. I had seen it over the summer. Like I said, I think I was 13, 14. I was like, bro, you don't understand. I used to race motocross, right? And like when I saw that movie, I was like, bro, it's cars. Like I want cars now. My dad had been trying to get me into it. Sold my dirt bikes. I saw it, and he knew I was into it, but he didn't understand why. And I was like, bro, we got to watch this movie. And he had never seen it. And we took it back to his house. His dad had like surround sound, the whole thing. Like it was done up for back in the day. And I remember we watched it and this guy was like, I want to be Vin Diesel.
I literally saw Vin Diesel, his aura, he was jacked, his car. And I was like,
this is the first Fast and Furious?
Yeah,
or
this is the first one.
He wasn't that jacked in that first one though.
he's pretty jacked.
Yeah.
Dude, when you look at Vin Diesel,
It looks better he does now.
Yeah, he looked bad.
Yeah.
My bad, Vin
I'm
Diesel.
pretty sure I saw it in the theater and I drove my 1990 Honda Accord out of that parking lot like I was a freaking race car driver.
Bro, I did the same.
Yeah. I was
I
like,
had a
hell
front-wheel
yeah.
drive Ford Focus,
Yeah.
and I'm like literally trying to drift and all kind of stuff, dude. Like, my wife is like, or at the time girlfriend, she's like, "What are you doing?" And so here's, oh no, that was Tokyo Drift that I had.
You saw
her.
it at the theater.
Oh,
I
okay.
had a '98 4Runner,
Oh no.
and I whipped it around and put it. No, that was at the movie theater. That was the second Fast and Furious, and I threw it in reverse. The car shut off. And my buddy's sitting next to me. I don't think you even know.
No, I wasn't there.
My
I
buddy's
didn't know
sitting
this.
next to me. He's like, bro, you can't do that. I saw Paul Walker do it in the Evo. And your brain's not fully developed when you're 18 or 17 or whatever I was. And the car shut off. And I was like, oh my God. And I went to go turn it on and start it back up. And I was like, all right, I'm going to baby this all the way on. And we just jumped.
Yeah, I told you, right? ADHD.
Right.
When you get to a certain level in a build, whether it be drag racing or drifting, road course, or just a badass street car, you'll have to upgrade your transmission. And when we're talking sequential transmissions, there's no one on the planet with a stronger gearbox than 6XD. And the proof is in the pudding here, folks. Half the FD field is rocking a 6XD, and even 3,000 horsepower Vipers have not been able to tame the best that 6XD has to offer. So if you're ready to take it up a notch, go to 6xdgearbox.com, and when contacting them to place an order, use code Minnoxide5, or reach out via socials to figure out how one of the baddest transmissions on the planet could fit in your build. Let's get back to the show.
I told you, there's a reason I'm here.
For real.
So we watched that movie, and I remember we were talking about it like crazy, and you wanted a car.
Literally. So, I mean, I'm not fibbing or anything. Like when I saw Vin Diesel, I was like, I want to be that.
Right.
Like I literally started working out because of that. I was like, and I never stopped, bro. I never freaking stopped. I still every day in the gym. Except I'm not going to put this out here, Vin Diesel. I think I'm in better shape than you and I can actually fight. I'm just keep that 100 with you. But, and so, yeah, I saw it and I was like, I got to get a car. The problem is I have no money. And, he's like, he's always been a master, like going online and like finding whatever you need to find.
That's I like to do that too.
Yeah. Like
I'm just that
me,
guy.
I get bored, I check out, and I'm like, there's nothing out there, But so he found it, and the guy said it wasn't running, and we found it on Craigslist. It was a Talon TSI front wheel drive, 95 red,
$500.
$500, and I was like, bro, I can get $500. Like this is gonna be
You can
affordable.
sell some Pokemon cards or something.
I'm black.
Sorry, that's my. That was our nerd.
All right, well, what were you selling then?
Oh my god!
Hey, look around, brother. Look around. Hey, what'd I do?
Oh, this one's gonna get us canceled for sure.
Or you're gonna get a bunch of black followers. You're gonna be like, oh my god,
everybody at the cookout.
Bring me outside to the cookout, bro. So we went there. I never forget the way the guy looked. He was like this skinny white dude, like curly hair, and he had money, and or his parents had money, and he was like, yeah, if you give me just $500, bro, it don't run, you figure it out. I think we did a battery.
I think it was battery. Did we do coil packs? I think it was.
I think it was coil packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the downfall of every 90s vehicle,
Yeah,
right? That's
right?
like number one step.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's banks of them. You gotta just do the one. Yeah.
And it started up.
Yeah.
And then
That was
dude,
it.
the
Game
car
over.
guy was born, bro. I was like, I thought I was fast. I was turbo.
Yeah, he was the only guy with turbo. Like I had a 240 at the time. I Mine was just like, bone side. I had a bell side body kit. I thought I was, the baddest damn thing around.
Yeah. And now actually thinking about it now,
it was really cool.
It was actually a really cool car.
Yeah.
Even though I would never let him know that. I would, we called it a big gay wing. All
there.
Like everybody called, there's 240 with a big gay wing on it.
BGW.
Yeah.
BGW.
Yeah. My automotive teachers love that. He used to give me hell about that. But yeah, but it was funny. So we ended up going out to car meets. We used to meet back then at Circuit City. That was the spot.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about Circuit City.
Yeah, before they shut it down. And it was funny because back then, and I'm sure you remember too, like imports and domestics, we didn't talk to each other.
Yeah. But so we were having that conversation with somebody else, and I was like, they were talking about when the DSM started to like kill everybody in the drag racing stuff. And I was like, I remember growing up, there was like, 4 bangers with a fart can on it. I was like, I grew up in the domestic side of things, and we just talked so much shit.
Yeah. It's not like it is today where everybody kind of has respect.
Yeah, it's like all inclusive now.
Yeah.
Like everybody, but it was segregated as hell at a parking lot.
Yeah.
And we would just stare each other down.
Yeah.
Shit over there.
We'd talk to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, they think they got problems now at car meets. Like,
it
was like a gang war.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so I guess some time went by, and we had some other friends. We went out one night, and a girl ended up in the back seat riding with some friends.
Oh, wait, hold up, brother. Like, that sounds
weird,
bad.
don't it?
Yeah, it does.
There was this girl ended up in
that.
a back seat. So we went to this car meet, and I got invited out, and they were like, hey, you need to come out here. And at that time, everybody, because I worked out and all this stuff, I was light skinned. They were like, hey, everybody called me Vin Diesel.
They did.
Yeah.
They did call me Vin Diesel.
My wife, who was at the time girlfriend, she didn't know me by anything else. And that's how she ended up there, because they were like, Vin Diesel's coming to this car meet. Yeah. As she got highly disappointed.
Yeah. He's coming to Salisbury, North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
This is Vin Diesel with a tan.
Yeah. And so she'll even say, she was like, so, she got excited. She was like, I want to meet this guy, if they keep saying, because I guess she thought Vin Diesel was hot or something. So she shows up. She's with the guy at the time. I even know his name. His name's Levo. So if you're watching this, bro, took your girl. No, we don't have any problems. I don't think so, right? But from my understanding, his dad owned like a dealership, so he got to drive all the cool cars. He was actually way cooler. Just didn't look as good as me.
Yeah.
And she was in the car. She was in the back seat, and I'll never forget. There was this big white girl sitting in the passenger seat. And I know I'm black, but that's not what I'm into. So I'm very outspoken. I'm just kind of like, whatever. Like, I say what's on my mind. I, meet people. I am who I am. So he pulled up in a RSX.
RSX type of.
Yeah. It's actually a beautiful car, man. Beautiful. He had an S2000. Like, bro, he had everything, man, for JDM guys.
Yeah.
And I remember sticking my head in there, and I saw, Biggins right there. And I was just like, no. And I looked back and I saw this brunette girl. And I was like, dang. But then at the time I was like 18. And I was like, she looks a little young. And she was 16 at the time. And I was like,
he's trying to hook her up with me.
Bro. See, I'm a giving man. Bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, and so I go to him. I'm like, listen, there's this good looking white girl sitting in the back of this RSX like this. I don't think that's his girl, because I don't see them like really like that. And I guess Zach is a little more reserved than me.
Oh, for sure. Can you not tell that?
I guess, yeah.
So he didn't really kind of pursue things, and I think.
Well, let's back up. When she got out of the car, I'll never forget it, bro.
Yeah.
She got out of the car. She got out of the back seat, and she locked eyes on you, bro. And she never took her eyes off of you. I remember that.
20 years later, she still does that.
Yeah.
Does she know your real name now, though?
Yeah.
No.
Like he had it legally changed. Yeah.
Like you disappear for 6 months. I gotta go film a
It was
movie.
Pablo. It's actually something else.
Or Javon.
Javon, yeah.
But, and so, I could kind of tell some time went on. anyways, I ended up, obviously dating her. And then we ended up running off, getting married, blah, blah, blah.
I was driving to Charlotte with a girlfriend at the time, and he calls me. He's like, I just got married. I'm like, you did what?
I was like, no, wow, it's crazy.
He's like, I need you to come to the reception at Outback. And we're like, okay. We turned around and went there, and I was like, bro, it was hard though, because I think it wasn't long after that you guys decided to move. That was hard, man, because I mean, I think back to it, like I was losing my best friend. Like, it was like really, man, it's like, damn, it's emotional thinking about it now. Like just everything full circle. And I'm like, he left, and I was just like, damn, like we had all these plans and things we wanted to do, and I knew he was kind of at this new place in life. And I think that's the thing that was always really crazy. And we talk about now is our life was always like kind of on the same track, but we never could seem to get on the same, like at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we never could be like side by side. It was always parallel.
We didn't really understand each other as we were.
We were in different places in our life every time.
Yeah.
And so,
but somehow stayed like together.
Yeah.
know?
And even though he moved, like literally we talked to each other more than we talked to our lives.
Yeah.
Like it was,
I mean, we
like,
talked every day.
They would call and like, they'd be like, "Do you talk to your boyfriend today?" Like, it was always like that.
Right.
But we talked all the time, 2, 3, 4 times a day, whatever. And I think the thing is like over the years, I kept doing the car thing. Obviously like being in automotive, going to school for it, turning wrenches for a living, all that. It was kind of just natural in my ecosystem. And then, he got out of it because he started his lawn care business and stuff and doing landscaping and grew that. And then they had kids and all that. And I didn't really start getting things going in my life until I was in like my mid-20s. And so that's what's kind of crazy is kind of then, again, this whole full circle thing. He's, 500, 600, 700 miles away. And, the chances of this happening is kind of crazy. We actually weren't talking at the time. There was some feud going on, but we had kind of squashed some stuff, and we won't get into all that.
I don't hold no feud.
We won't get into all that right now. We're gonna drag all.
He
that
didn't want to talk to me. But me, being who I am,
he was pretty relentless. He's like, "Nah, bro, we gotta talk." There was a lot going on for sure.
He had a lot going. Yeah, he had a lot going on.
It was just rough, and I think at the time, like I had so much in front of me that I just kind of pushed everythme away because I just needed to.
Which made honestly, like I said, we're
40
older now.
It's a lot different.
All this stuff makes sense. But me, I was just like, I was coming to North Carolina.
Yeah,
I called him, he won't pick up, and I called him again, won't pick up. And who did we have? Maybe we have Jordan or Jason.
It was Jordan, my best friend. He knew him as well. One of my best friends from high school. He calls me. He's like, "Dude, like Jared really wants to meet up. He wants to talk, all this stuff." Yeah. They basically talked me into it. We ended up kind of squashing it.
Well, you don't remember, you don't know this, but we were in Walmart, and Jason was on. That's when I got you on the phone, and it was, I think we 3-wayed. Jordan called you. Okay. I was on the phone, and that's where I was just like, "Hey, listen." I was like, and I did mean this. I was like, "Let's meet. If you tell me that you never want to talk to me again." I said, I'll walk. I'll never talk to you again. I'm not going to, push where I'm not wanted. But, he's a sucker.
Yeah.
He saw my smiling face. And he's like, bring it in, brother.
This is salesman tactic over here. Yeah.
I knew he couldn't say no if he saw me.
Yeah.
Because he knew I would have been genuine.
Well, the thing is, he jokes a lot, but the humility was there at least, and that's what I was after. So we squashed our differences, and like I said, there was some other things going on. I won't get into all that, but the crazy part about it is that we were like, "Yo, we're gonna go to a car meet tonight," and we're like, "All right," and dude, it was like literally deja vu. We roll in, we're with some friends.
I even said, I feel like I'm having deja vu now.
And so we meet up with some friends. Another friend of ours, Brad, got a Terminator. Actually, we were talking about Terminators earlier. We roll out and we go to this Asian restaurant to go eat some hibachi or whatever. And he's got his girlfriend with her friend in the car. We go in the restaurant, sit down. She sits in front of me, and we're talking the whole time. And I'm like, it would have just been me and her in the room. We didn't even pay any attention to them.
Yeah.
We go to the car meet. We're hanging out, talking.
It was cold.
It was freezing. I don't even know why we were out there. It was insane. And by the end of it, we're all in our vehicles, like trying to get warm, and I'm in my truck, and like
imagine a car meet where everybody's just like sitting in their car.
Yeah. We're just trying to find something to do or whatever. And you know, I definitely had feelings for this girl. It was like, you know, we kind of hit it off.
Well, wait.
But okay, back up.
I stuck my head in the Terminator.
Yeah. Okay.
I stuck my head in the Terminator, and I looked back and I swear to God, I felt like just how when I met my wife. And I looked back and I was like, bro, I feel like I just met your wife. Like imagine you just met these people. You know, they just met, and I'm like, basically, y'all are getting married. You know, and it was wild. It was wild because I truly it felt like it was weird. It was like I just watched my whole life play right before my eyes. And
yeah. So I mean, he ended up saying something to her, or whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was. Something stupid. And but you know, again, like we were just, bro, I didn't want to get out of the truck. It wasn't like I had every intention to like continue the conversation with her. We could go our separate ways. The night ends. I remember we went out, and you were telling me like, bro, you and Jason were like, bro, y'all hit it off. It's like, that's gonna be your wife. You kept saying that, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about all that. And I did end up messenger, and I think a year later we got married. So it was like, you know, again, full circle moment. It was, you know, what the odds of him being here, you know, that far apart, that many years apart. That was 10 years apart from whenever when I got married, and then being in that place, meeting our wives almost exact same way, and and then like I said, the rest is kind of history. I think the other thing is too, is like Jared, you know, I had aspirations and goals and things that I want to do in life. We both had really crazy, wild childhoods because we share our mother's side, and just had to kind of go through a bunch of different things. And whenever I got into my 20s and after I got married and everything, I wanted to start a business. And so Jared had done that, you know, and that kind of gave me the, you know, just the drive to do it. And he kind of walked me through it and helped me through a lot of that and encouraged me to. And so that's kind of where I started, you know.
Well, because we spent so much, like what we were saying, like kind of at just different stages. Yeah. It was like this point where once he got married, it was like we came together. Yeah. Like and
he got married at 18. Yeah. So it's like, you know, or 21 and she was 18. It's like I didn't get married till
20. She was 18. Yeah.
But I was.
Yeah, you were just say that anyway. I know it was the South, but
brother, look at it, brother. I don't know how to charge this.
But I was 28, so like it took me some time to kind of catch up. You know, I was.
He was a late bloomer.
So definitely not shooting from the hip quite much like he did.
I just gotta jump, try to figure things out. He's a little more planned.
I try to be more calculated. Definitely.
Yeah. That's why he's here.
He's your PR department. He ain't doing too good.
Listen, man, there's only so much I can do. But so and again, like kind of going back to where we kind of started, we kind of rolled back into all this. Again, I started the tool franchise, you know, that was going really well. And, you know, he got back into cars. I stayed on his butt for 14 years to buy this Evo.
He finally like pissed.
Oh, yeah, bro. I was mad.
He was like, bro, because I was like, man, I don't know.
Let me say this. He went during COVID and all that, and that time, he went through kind of this season where I think he was just bored with what he was doing. Yeah. He really pressed into martial arts, taking care of himself. Yeah. And he was so focused on that, like, but it was almost this, like he was just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling a void. I'm a grinder.
Yeah.
You know, and if it's not business, I got to find something. So martial arts was the next best thing. But martial arts, outside of business, I grew as a businessman and, you know, obviously financials, but martial arts just took me to a different level physically, mentally, spiritually. It taught me a lot, you know. And but it was still something, you know, kind of missing. Yeah, and I think it was cars.
It was cars, and I knew that, you know, and plus like the tie to his dad. Yeah, you know, like him being in working for Rick Kendrick and being so involved with like NASCAR and all that. We grew up around that, you know, just obviously where we lived.
My dad was like a NASCAR freak. I grew up all around it. Tracks, dirt tracks. man, I mean,
we're in Kannapolis, like you said.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Right.
it's literally Race City, USA, between all that Mooresville, all that area. But yeah, so like stayed on him, and he finally got it, and that's
even
really
my wife, she's like, you've been talking about this since like we were boyfriend and girlfriends. Like you have to do it.
Dude did not spend a dime on himself
I would
outside of his business for 14 years.
And now, like I said, now being older, being wiser and understanding, I'm telling you that was a coping mechanism. And that was also, I didn't feel it. A lot of people, I don't know if everybody's experienced this before, but I think people that come from nothing and you become successful and you do work hard and you do all these great things and yada, yada. But the biggest part is there's like this success guilt, and you felt bad for like doing above and beyond what your family was doing or your friends were doing. So you kind of sabotaged yourself. And cause I would go out and spend $100,000 on an excavator like that. Wouldn't even think twice about it.
Yeah.
You know, a skid steer, whatever, you know?
It's different when it makes you money though.
Yeah,
And that,
you
so
can
like I
kinda
said with
justify
my business for sure.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I've learned
That's
to
how you
invest in my
justified it.
tools
Yeah.
because I can be more efficient that way. Yeah.
Exactly. And so it was kind of one of those things where I was also kind of just like, no, I don't want to make people uncomfortable around me.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it all started to kind of shift because then I realized I was like, man, I can enjoy life. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what the Evo unlocked was, and I'll never forget. And I'm driving back from Miami, and a buddy of mine that used to work for me, he drove me down there, and we're driving back, and I was so happy. And it's all caught on video. And I'll never forget that. I pull up, and this is at the time, you got to remember, like my daughter is like, Dad, you know, for years, because she knew, like, when are you going to get a car? When are you going to get a car? You know? And so, you know, that's on you. He's on me. My wife's on, you know what I mean? I'm just like.
It's usually the other way around. Like, guys like just buying cars and they're like, oh my God. Yeah.
But.
So what year is this roughly when you finally pulled the trigger though?
This is 3 years ago.
2022.
So this is like the first time you're treating yourself.
The first time
That you should have done it before 2020 when he told you to, man.
I know.
Yeah, Jesus.
I could have got it a lot cheaper.
Got a lot
You paid
cheaper.
double.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I had to turn it into an investment decision.
Yeah.
Is what we had, dude. I was pulling out the Haggerty, like the Haggerty,
You're
like
selling me.
yeah. I literally was. I'm like, bro, look at the appreciation over this. Like the prospect of this over the next 15, 20 years. He's like, you know, that makes sense. I'm like, if you keep waiting, you're not going to afford one. He finally, pulled the trigger, but
That's why I pulled the trigger. We go down there. I'm pulling up. Man, it's late.
bro, I called him every couple hours. I'm like, I was so excited that he was getting this. I knew it was going to change something. I didn't know what.
Yeah, you broke him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it changed everything. and my daughter, she's like screaming, "Daddy, Daddy!"
How old's your daughter at this point?
At this point, she's like 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Because this is about 3 years ago.
Sure.
And she's like, oh man, she's like, oh my God. And I'm revving it up. And she's like, this is so cool. She's screaming. She's like, I love it. I love it. And then we start going to car meets, me and her.
That's one question I had for you. So the years leading up to the Evo, did you stop going to car meets? Were you still attending some here and there?
I didn't go to anything.
How long did you not go to a car meet for?
Oh Lord. I didn't go out. I worked.
20.
Let me tell you something.
20 years.
When I say
So you find his wife and you're like, all right, that's it for car meets.
Yeah.
that
was I was just totally that's
I
the game.
came down to North Carolina.
Yeah.
And
That just
we
so
were visiting
happened to
family.
happen. That was so random.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I when I say I worked, it's all I did. There was nothing else. I didn't have friends. I didn't care about friends. I didn't care about going out. I didn't care about cars. I didn't care about going to car meets for sure. Like I just worked. That's all I did was just work. I didn't really enjoy, or I didn't even really allow myself to enjoy anything else, so I just worked. So I stayed away from the car scene. I didn't, I literally didn't care anything about it, but then, fast forward getting the Evo, I was just like, wow. And now this time, I got a kid, and I'm like, man, this would be really cool to go to a car meet with my kid, And when I did that, and I have all this on, video or camera or whatever. And I'm just like, it was just beautiful. And it just, he had said, you got to make a car page. And he was like, what are you going to name it? And I was like, I'm going to call it Full Circle Evo. Like I thought of it like that. And he was like, that's a cool name. That's a cool name. I was like, yeah. And
did it have a sentiment at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've been doubted so much of my life, and you're not going to amount to nothing. You're not going to do this, You're, not the smartest. You're, just people telling me everything that I wasn't good at, not what I was actually good at, or speaking life into me and stuff like that. And but me, I grew up in a black home where like confidence level is like, bro, it's high. It's high. And if you grew up in a black home, like you just know how it is. It's just different. Like you're literally taught that you can do anything and everything and And I luckily grew up around, my dad, who's very positive, and my grandparents who are just extremely positive, and people are like, oh, you smile so much, you're inspirational, you speak positivity. That's how I grew up. That's all we know.
Yeah.
My wife didn't grow up like that. So like I would get around and see things, and I'm like, hearing negative stuff is weird to me. Like, that's why I'm just like, we can do it. We can do it. Like yes. Like, so, it was just kind of one of those things where, man, damn, I forgot where I was going with that.
That's okay. It only took us an hour and some time to get to where the name came from.
Yeah. Bro.
You asked.
Yeah, you did. I knew we'd get there. It was gonna be like we had to back it up and come around. I know. I was like, bro, we're going the wrong direction here. Should have started there.
I think the confidence thing is, I would say a lot of my success in my life has been from the confidence. I don't know. I grew up in a Norwegian home, so I don't know. We're just cocky and stubborn as fuck. So
like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Yeah. So I'm a big, like, if somebody tells me I can't do it, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So I think instilling confidence, like I think it's important when you're raising your kids to do that too.
Yeah. And I do that with my kids now. I'm a big believer in just pushing. And I mean, that's what it ultimately came down to. And that's right. It was Full Circle Evo.
Yeah.
We were talking about, so it became Full Circle Evo. And then, I started buying a couple more cars. But
so how do we get to the next cars though?
Huh?
Or do the Full Circle thing?
So how it came to the name Full Circle was because, like I said, all that, my story, blah, 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 proving people wrong, da, da, da. And then
his dad dying and wanting that car, telling him he was going to buy it on his deathbed.
Yeah. And then writing, like, I've wrote down everything. Like, I believe in speaking things into existence and stuff. And so I wrote down, like, literally I sketched out for my wife's anniversary, like, here's our house, here's our garage, here's our animals, here's our kids. Like, I'm going to give you all this because they said I wouldn't, And so I was just like, wow. And at that time we had bought the property in front of us, and I was like, wow, man, my life is really like coming full circle. And that was it. And so there's actually a deep meaning behind it. And I look back, and I think anybody that's young that, gets older, you recognize that, like, hey, that's how life works. You might not understand it at the time, but everything comes full circle, and it will tell if you put good out there, how hard you work. Life gives you the amount of effort that you put in life. Yeah. I know that from physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, everything, and so that's how I came up with Full Circle Evo. And then,
he has an obsessive personality, and so then it turned into a giant cluster. It snowballed really quick.
Yeah, you go from nothing.
It went from the Evo to he's texting me, "Hey, bro, can you look at this Supra right here?"
Yeah. What you think?
Oh yeah. So what was car number 2?
It was a GTR.
Yeah. Okay.
And was it stock at that point, or you bought it built?
No, I bought it built. I haven't done too much to that car, but I did buy that car built and made $1,200 to the wheels. And
I'm just curious, who built it, just out of pure curiosity?
CCOs.
Oh, it's CCO GTR.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Well, okay, so CCOs had their hands on it the second time because I took it to them. But before that, it was T1 and BSC.
Okay. That's not a bad name either.
No.
Yeah.
And it, when I got that car, honestly, like, it's a cool car and it does everything. We were talking about this at the track last night. Like, it just does everything so well that it's boring. And I didn't enjoy the car, and I haven't enjoyed the car since then. And why it's still here, don't ask me, bro. Because I keep saying I'm going to sell it, and I make one random post, and I don't do it. So it just literally, my wife drives it way more than I do because I love manuals. I freaking love them. Something about DCTs I don't like, I'm bored with, maybe ADHD, OCD, whatever. Like I just, I don't really get into them. So once I got that, then the third one was the DSM, the first gen. And then it was the Supra, and then it just kept going and going.
This Supra here.
Yeah.
Yep. Then the RX-7.
Then the RX-7, then the
2G.
Then the STI.
No, the Viper, then the STI.
Well, yeah, but I had technically already bought the STI before.
That's true.
And then the NASCAR.
Haltech has once again pushed the envelope. Today we are talking GM. Sorry everyone else. At the end of 2025, they announced their new transmission interfaces for our GM listeners, which is a solution for those with 4L and 6L series transmissions. So whether you have a drift car, drag car, or a high-powered street car, you can finally rip out that rinky-dink, almost 2-decade-old OE setup and get set up with everything that a standalone ECU has to offer without the compromise. To learn more, go to tunedbyshawn, shawn.com to learn about how a Haltech can take your build to the next level. And while you're at it, check out the various plug-and-play solutions for your platform as well, including some install videos. As always, you can use code Minnoxide for 5% off. Let's get back to the show.
Right, it got a little out of control.
It gets blurry real quick.
Bro, there's dealerships that got less cars than you in that time period.
I literally said this. We were pulling all this stuff out and cleaning it, and it was like, it was like a damn 90s, 2000s used car lot.
It was like a used car lot.
I do the same shit with him. I'll send him something. I'll be like, "Hey, I just bought this," or
did you buy that fucking race car thing?
I just bought a spec racer, like a Ford spec racer.
Nice. Yeah.
Or like the GT500 you just picked up a couple months ago.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I'm buying this."
You're really into Fords, though.
I am.
Sure.
I have
Dude, it's a sickness. The spec racer's a Ford.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got a little 1.9 liter Escort motor in it,
Oh, nice.
5-speed.
It's like a Cosworth engine or what?
No.
Okay.
They're like I bought it. A buddy of ours just became a manager at a track at Brainerd, and he's selling off the old fleet of their training race
that's
cars.
And he found the most broken, torn up one.
I was going to say.
Oh, dude,
so
I don't buy
this has been
already
ragged
done
on.
shit. I've
So
like
you can
broken
make it
shit.
your
This
own.
is part of how I've gotten where I have. Just I buy broken shit and fix it.
No, this ain't
I like
making it his own.
$500 cars all day long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna teach my daughter how to do some road course stuff. So I was looking at Miatas and I was like, man, this thing just came across my lap here. This seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
So
That's what I mean, because you can change it for road course and fix it up and make memories doing it. That's what I
Absolutely.
love. I honestly, obviously doing it with my cousin is great, but probably the biggest part is how much my wife and kids are involved.
yeah.
I would not. It's so much. Like people look at car collections and they're like, oh wow, but they don't see the financials. They don't see the time. That's the biggest thing. To keep the cars nice, to fix things, to keep them working.
Oh yeah, my cars don't look like this. By the way. Yeah. Most
Well,
of them.
GT500 looks nice.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of we've had other guys here and they're like, bro, like all your stuff runs. Like that's impressive.
Well, mine run. They're dirty because they sit all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And lucky for my wife, man. Like, dude, she helps. She's involved, man. She helps me clean, bro. She.
That's what's been great about this too, is like moving down here, like after all that, like my wife was kind of almost forced into it now because we don't have our family, all that stuff, and like got her a car, and then my kids getting more into it because they knew I was into it. My wife knew this getting in.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we said I do, she knew what time it was. Like I was like, listen, you just understand, like this is never
Cars is
going
life.
away.
Plus, then you get an excuse to buy her a car.
Yeah,
like you want to
exactly.
buy a car anyway, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so that's kind of what it's turned into. It's like help kind of bring her into it and understand it, And so obviously, last night they
we get to do it
experienced that. Yeah, and we get to do it together.
This is cool.
He's got 2 kids, I got 2 kids, and they
So-
get to all
And our
hang out
kids
and-
grow up together.
Yeah.
Bro, we would like. I don't think at any point he was ever going to move to Florida. Like I think he was pretty like I'll never. move.
What's really funny though is me and my wife always. I asked her that question before we got married. I said, "Would you ever move to Florida?" And I don't know why I asked her that question.
Yeah.
Again, it's just kind of weird, man.
What was her answer then?
She's like, I don't know. She's like, it just depends.
Yeah.
She's like, if I feel like I'm supposed to, I will, whatever. But like at the same time, again, this whole full circle thing, like the fact that what I was doing, what Jared was doing at the time, him buying the car, you know, kind of sharing that together, thinking more of a business side of things long term. I didn't want to always do what I was doing, you know, business wise. It was just kind of a gateway. You know, he was kind of getting to where he wanted to move on, you know, and then my dad passes away. His dad had passed away right before he moved, you know, and then here I am. And now we're at the same place. It is so weird, like how this all happened. And so, yeah.
I would say, getting back to including your family in it, it's not super common in this car world thing. And it really, so many guys are like, oh, I got to go home before the wife, or let me ask this. I was like, first of all, I'm into this pretty hardcore too. And my wife, same thing. She's on it. And she got into it after I got her a car. And my excuse was we had 4 kids, right? So I couldn't get everybody in the Mustang. So I was like, well, obviously you need a car. You can take 2. I'll take 2 and we'll be good to go. But yeah, they love it. And if you want to do the things that you're doing, if it's going to be that big of a part of your life, you need to include them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's something we talked about, like, as this grows, I mean, obviously there's a business aspect to it, but that we wanted that to be a forefront. And there's a lot more, you know, it's taken so much time to just get the foundation built to where we can start to move forward. I think everybody just sees a car collection and they see the family aspect, and that's great. Like, we want that to be a part of it. That'll always be a core part, but we are growing a business, and like, you know, we have a lot more plans to go to the track, to start racing, you know, and bringing our family a part of that too, because at the end of the day, that's how we all got into cars, is usually through somebody teaching us, somebody showing us, a family member, a dad, you know, an uncle, whatever, in a lot of cases.
Yeah, we worked on cars because we didn't pay anybody to do shit.
Right.
That's how I grew up doing that, changing brakes, doing that stuff. Like, we did engine changes, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, same thing. Up. So it's like, you know, if we want, and I mean, I hate to say it, but like, there's not a lot of young people working, turning wrenches, doing anything now. It's like, if you want the hobby to continue, then you've got to raise the next generation to do it. And that's what we're trying to do. And just for people to stop with that whole idea, me and Jared were talking about this, you know, yesterday. We've talked about it all the time. Gotta sell it.
Oh
yeah. Like, can't do that anymore or whatever. And, you know, trying to show people like, nah, you can.
I mean, like, literally the comments on IG is like always something like, his wife's not, like, they'll take a 10-second clip and sum up my whole marriage. His wife is not happy. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. We were just racing down a drag strip last night. Like, she looked pretty happy to me. I don't know. You know?
Yeah, we had a blast.
Like, it's like, you know.
No, I finally just threw away my last car seat the other day. My cars have had car seats and booster seats in them, you know.
We got so many damn car seats. That'd probably bittersweet, though.
Yeah,
it's like, dang, get rid of it.
It was a little bit, but I know them taking up space in my garage and shit for a while. So
I can't believe you threw something out for once.
I know
this is news to me.
There's a car seat in that GTR right
now.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is kind of cool, like, you know, when we would take the kids out and that, like, you'd be able to gap somebody pretty heavy.
My GT500 was a track pack, came with a rear seat delete. I put a seat back in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, they want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my kids, we've got on film with all of them, but like, when we took, when I bought my wife the SRT4, the kids, we took them in the back and took off. First time I heard the blow off valve. My daughter's back there making, you know, she's like, "Ooh, I like the," you know, and all this stuff, just like making noises, and she was eating it up, man. She loves it.
Yeah.
And but also like them seeing that their mom can do something, you know, that maybe they didn't really have intention to do, but now it's like, hey, you can do something that maybe you're scared to do, or something that you don't have any experience with, and enjoy it, and, you know, just help them to grow and have confidence to pick up something new. So I think that's a big part of it too.
Yeah.
But
you kind of know, like, I had my son in the front seat of my Fox body, and I was driving through town, and I'd do little hits in it, and he would just giggle. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's hooked.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, that's how another car person's born right there.
Yeah, 100%.
I remember how you giggled when I took you for my ride in my GTI. You're like, oh my God, turbo noises.
I have an 88 Thunderbird turbo coupe, and it is slower than dog shit, but it makes turbo noises, and my daughter loves the hell out of it. Yeah.
You don't see those things anymore.
No, you don't. I have a EcoBoost sitting ready to go in it.
Oh wow.
It's gonna stay 2.3 turbo, but it's getting a little bump.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Also, it's the 4-cylinder EcoBoost. Heck yeah, dude. Those things make some jam. I've seen some pretty mean builds out of those. be doing
Yeah, right down here. You got Chelsea Denolfa right here with all his EcoBoost stuff as well. But we had some EcoBoost guys on in Detroit. We always talk about that on the show because it's like nobody does EcoBoost stuff. It's super
See, we
fucking
can do
sick.
tuner stuff too. I'll show you.
there you go.
Yeah.
We got plenty of tuners. You just tune V10s and V8s.
Funny story talking about SRT4s. That was the first thing Jared ever got gapped in by the TSI.
Yeah.
I had a brother. A little PTSD for SRT. It was gat bad. When I bought that $500, and I was thinking I was hot shit. Yeah. And little did we know that Dodge, you start to realize, bro, Dodge is kind of wild. They produced this 4-cylinder car that literally made a stage 3 package that was making $385 back then.
Yeah. Yeah, it was insane.
In a car that most of them were just dog shit. Nobody gave a shit about.
Yeah. It was that American car just kind of came on the scene and like took over the tuner world. Was just gapping everything. Everybody's got a story about one. It's
I had a buddy of mine
unreal.
that was into him hardcore, and going back to that whole like domestic versus import stuff, we used to make fun of him all the time for being into neons.
But you know what's funny is like there's actually a lot of those guys in the Orlando area and like talking to them. Mm-hmm. It's funny because it's like they fit in with the domestics, but they also fit in with,
right.
And it's just
it's like a crossover.
But we went cruising out, and it was he drove the SRT4, I drove the Viper, a buddy of ours drove the Viper, and another one drove Fox Body. And we were just all like sitting back because we're so JDM and have been forever. We're just like, this is kind of wild. It's literally all American cars.
Yeah, it was wild, man. Couldn't believe it.
But back then, talking about the kind of war between import and domestic, and now, like, dude, you realize, because I'll be honest, and I think him too. I always loved domestic.
Yeah.
How could you
Terminators.
Well, that was in that time where they were, Ford was partnering with Mazda. And I remember I had a Dodge Avenger, and I pop on the hood, it says Mitsubishi everywhere. So it's like, it is what it is. Everybody kind of came. Yeah.
Yeah, the Stell Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
Yep.
Where we grew up though, Mustangs were huge. Camaros, all the muscle cars, just that whole era. But man, I had a hard on for Terminators, man.
Oh,
they were so bad.
How could you?
I acted like I hated them, but secretly I was like, bro, those things are so badass.
Oh my God.
That's why I hate when people talk about the Hellcat wine. I was like, let's go back to 2003, buddy.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
you're
back
a Terminator at wide open.
The Street Fire days when it was all Terminators and Supras, and that's all that would run on there. It was like constant videos.
Loved them. Loved them. That's probably going to be the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the right one.
You're not going to get yourself like a WS6 or something?
I do like cool too.
A black one.
I'm not a GM guy, and I want a WS6.
They come
There's
across
something
my
about that
algorithm
90s
sometimes,
style.
man.
Oh yeah, they're always
there's some bad ones out there.
I heard from people that have owned them that they're just rickety pieces of shit, but I'm like, they just look so cool and sound so cool.
They do. They look so good.
Yeah. All right, so obviously you guys have built to this point, so you're trying to throw this into more of a distribution thing. You and I talked on the phone two, 3 weeks ago about what your plan is with that. So from my understanding, you're trying to distribute parts for basically all these cars that we see in front of us here, right? Stuff that you've experienced.
Yeah. So he's going to give that over to me. Yeah.
The more polished guy.
So the idea is obviously like we want to have a curated catalog. Like we don't want to carry every single thing. We have to scale it. Start off somewhere. We've got a website that we're going to launch. Excuse me, that we're going to launch, and really just want to have brands that we trust, that we've used on cars, that I've used and himself as we've been, working on these, and, using social media, using YouTube, using Instagram to market it. And so there's going to be a lot of shifting in some of that with what we're putting out, and it already is. But as we're getting established, then we want to be able to sell that to our audience and, have them find a place where it's like they can trust what they're buying and that they know we're not full of crap. We're just trying to sell them something. We will not carry anything that we don't believe in.
Is there something already in the works? What's product number one?
So we've got.
Are you guys making products?
No,
or distributing.
No. So just retail, having a store where they can go online to be able to do that, and then obviously building our YouTube around if there's a product that we're using on a build or whatnot.
Basically, like the parts that we're going to be selling, like we use on our cars.
Yeah.
So we can actually talk knowledgeable about them. We can say, hey, this lasted 6 months, or hey, this is one hell of a product. I like to say it as like, because I know how online is like a lot of people are full of shit, especially like influencers. Like they'll get offered $500 or $1,000 to make a video, and they don't know if that product's actually good or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next thing you know, they're selling AG1.
That
came up earlier, and yeah.
And so, and I was getting like, I mean, I still do like ton of emails, and he'll be like, "That's terrible. That's a shit product. That's shit," And I'm just like, all right. So we're basically saying, hey, we want a consumer to be able to buy with confidence.
Yeah.
And part of being so raw online is that they know we're not full of shit. Like I called out like Optima batteries, and good God,
oh my God,
we got a battery sponsor now. But
yeah, we do, yeah. There was 6 batteries, dude. And we tried to find the video. I wish we could find it. There was the Supra almost burned to the ground.
Supra, bro.
Oh, really?
The top of the cap popped off, and the cells started to swell, and it literally lifted. The battery came apart 6 inches up, and it was just fuming gases. It was unreal, man. And every one of them has caused problems. That battery caused electrical problems on the Supra.
Yeah.
Every one of them had issues holding charges and all that. And then, eventually we ended up getting a sponsor, and we're going to be carrying some really special stuff.
And the cool part, how we got the sponsor was because of being so real and just calling them out. Because, one of the sponsor was like, nobody calls out Optima. And you see these other influencers.
They sponsor everything.
Every day.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
And they're on there, and usually they go after these like girls, they're building their car.
I got their name on the side of my car because I run the Optima Streetcar Challenge.
Oh,
really? Oh, man.
I mean, they
I don't run one of their batteries, though.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, they do a good job social media wise, but as far as the actual product itself, it's like, I said, I'm like, this is just what's in the garage. There's trucks, for the company and dailies. And I'm like, man, I run and my problem is like what pisses me off. And I think consumers can relate is that like, okay, hey, you have enough money to buy a good product, sell me good product. Like if I'm going to buy a good battery, make it be a good battery. That's all I'm kind of asking. So, it's now
a buy once, cry once attitude, man.
Yeah.
With everything.
I don't mind spending the money, but like, don't have me buy a premium product and then, it takes a crap in a year or about burn down my damn car or something.
Well, so you run diesel trucks for your work too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're running 2 batteries in each one.
Yeah.
I've got several diesel trucks, 2 batteries in each one. There's $400 worth of batteries in there.
Dude, like last year, I think I spent like $3,800 in batteries, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I know what I signed up for. Mm-hmm. But when you don't get a year out of the battery, it hit me the wrong. And when I made that video, it just hit me, struck me. I was like,
and dude, I swear it's like whenever they go down, they all go down.
Yeah.
But there's 2 cars left with it, and we're getting ready, obviously with this.
Oh, I've had in my cars, I've got
change
one
them out.
battery I'm hauling between all the cars and move them around. I'll have to take it out and move it to the other car to get it out of there. Yeah.
So, but I mean, we do eventually plan to do tools as well. We're working on a few different things that are, just kind of niche. Again,
really
just that
excited
curate.
about that. Hopefully we land this.
Can't say it, but we're excited about it.
Can I ask you a question on some of this stuff when it gets big? And I was going to ask Cooper's opinion on this, but I forgot to ask him. Are you guys going to do a giveaway? And how do you feel about that? Because I click on one ad and now it's like there's so many people giving away a fucking car, man. It's like out of control.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, I've done a lot of research, talked to a lot of those guys that are giving away cars, and that's how they, become profitable in the company and stuff like that. And I understand it. It's good exposure. And they do make money. They don't make the level of money that people think they make.
Oh, yeah.
But it ain't bad either.
Whoever started that sweepstake company that handles it all, though, that guy's
that's what,
They got no risk.
The legality behind all of it.
That's the other
you have to go through. That's the big thing. Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things. Like I thought about doing it with the GTR, just because I know I would I can kind of set it up where I'd at least get asking price, and I would be happy with that. Yeah. But, I don't know. It's a lot of things. A lot of people have asked, hey, would you do this car? And you get so attached to some of these cars. Yeah. And you're just like this 1G, like, what if it goes to some guy and he's like, oh, DSM, and he like guts it. And that thing's like pristine. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. If we were to do something, I think I would, and what we talked about is we want to do good with all this.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not about exposure.
I just hate because then it becomes about promoting that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing
that's
a lot
not
of.
something
Yeah, and it just becomes the thing that you see it constantly.
Yeah.
We've even talked about maybe building a car and then like giving
actually
it away.
like giving it away.
Yeah, like giving it to, because the other thing that's behind that too, I think, is like when there's money attached to something like that, there's this expectation. We've seen this with other companies where they'll do a sweepstakes and something happens, and then they just like get online and just flame that company when sometimes it's out of their control.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do that if you give something away. Literally give it to just, you pick some random person, to do that.
I would rather do that. I mean, there's certain things that honestly, just maybe it's the dad in me or just being older, that just upsets me, is when you see these influencers that are trashing cars, trashing like good vehicles, just for the name of clicks and views and stuff like that, jumping stuff off of stuff, crashing.
We know who you're talking about. And it's too bad he's like the biggest automotive YouTuber in the planet.
Dude, it's knowing, because when you come from nothing, you come from absolute nothing. There's dude working his ass off that would die to have a car.
Yeah.
And you're jumping it off because of views. It's like, you can get views and engagement through wholesome content. Yeah. And that's what we kind of like.
That's somebody's dream car.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So funny story. I won't say the names, but one of the really famous YouTubers that bought a R32 GTR and ran it through his garage. Just so happened that car actually was somebody that we knew in North Carolina. And he had sold the vehicle to a guy thinking, hey, this is going to go to somebody who really wanted it. It was his dream car, but he had some personal things going on and had to give it up. So it was kind of a hard thing to do. That person then sold it to the YouTuber, and then they destroyed it on camera and found out. And dude, it was like devastating, to watch. It was this whole thing online. Yeah. And I just think to myself, it's like, man, there's people, like you said, that dream about it and then they can't achieve it. And you've got people that are just, it's like whatever.
And some of the reason how I've bought a couple influencers' cars is because they're like, hey, I know you're going to take care of it. And that's the reason, because, they can sell it to anybody. Yeah. And so, I would rather see us get to the point that we're, making enough money where we can take a car, film it, sponsor, do all this stuff, race it, whatever, and then actually give it away to somebody, I would like to see
if you want to give me a 2017 GTI, that'd be great. I miss that car so much, man. Every fucking waking day.
Oh, really?
My last
I heard
car.
they're really good cars, right?
Dude, my last car. Like, listen, I've driven a lot of cars over the years, doing what I do here. I miss that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like European stuff? Is that your
I like
niche?
everything, man. Like listen, that Viper, I've been in an nth moto Viper. My buddy had a 2600 horsepower Viper, and we would go out, make hits constantly, right? Like I probably have more seat time in that car as a passenger than most Viper owners have ever.
Yeah.
Like we did the math on it. It's like I have some seat time in that thing, but it's like, so like I come from Mopar, like that's what I grew up as. Right. Dan's thinking sorry, but like, like I posted my full blown list on Facebook, but I for bang for buck, that GTI was everything for me. Yeah,
really? I've heard actually really good things about it.
I like driving WRXs. Like my girlfriend's got a WRX. I haven't driven an Evo yet, but like I just love everything.
Nah,
like truthfully.
Man,
I've gotten to that point now too. I obviously have.
You haven't bought
blinders
anything
on.
else yet?
I haven't though, but I've tried a couple times.
No, get the Mach-E.
Yeah.
You need
a fruitier.
Yeah.
You need to import in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need.
I know.
An
I
import.
want one. I like all this shit, man. I loved all that Fast and Furious crap too.
I love the small cars.
Yeah.
Like the tuning, like the small tuner cars. Like I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you, man. The freaking WRS Subaru gets a lot of crap online. We drive that car more than anything.
Is that 07, right?
06.
06.
06, 07, they still had that same Hawk out. Or the
Yeah.
on it.
No, I
But
want one of those.
I truly I actually love the car. And the fact that you can beat on the drivetrain, that's what I love. Like you're not beating on you can beat on the Evo, not like the STI. People talk about reliability, blah, blah, blah. That drivetrain is like, and I'm talking about guys who launching Porsches, launching GTRs, and they've had STIs, and they're like, that was the hardest launch, and I could do it over and over and not fear anything. So I'm even though I've been a Mitsubishi dude like from
Day
the
one.
beginning, man, Subaru, they got a special place. I put it to you this way: there's only two cars I know that will never ever sell.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question.
Yeah, there's only 2 cars that I know for me.
All right, can I try to guess?
Yes.
Well, Evo's one of them.
Yes.
The Viper.
I want to say it is, but I'm not 100% certain on the Viper.
Don't be trying to read my body language.
Where are his eyes darting to?
Is it this car?
No.
No. It is.
STI.
Really?
100%.
Really?
Seriously.
Well, that's mostly your wife's car too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You ain't got to do her dirty like that.
No, I would.
Yeah, I know. I should have known whose company I'm in.
No, it's just they're the most versatile. We've made the most. They're so sentimental to me. It gets to a point where when you're buying like your dream cars, and it's like it's cool. It's definitely cool, but it means more to you than sometimes the car.
No, I get it.
And the Evo and the relationship of how this all got started.
Yeah.
It's because of that. The STI and
I wouldn't let him sell that Evo. I can tell you that.
yeah.
I'd kill him.
And I've been offered
You can try.
literally
That's true.
$30,000 more than what I paid for it. And I was like, I wouldn't even think twice, man.
What's the first one? GTR excluded. What's the first one you would sell if you were like in a pinch?
He said
If
GTR
GTR excluded.
Oh, excluded.
We all know
My
he
bad. I
wants
didn't hear
this one
that.
gone.
I didn't hear that part.
So that gonna be
But it matches the toolbox.
I know.
If I buy the GTR, can a toolbox come in it? with
damn.
it?
That's hard.
I'd say the NASCAR.
Oh yeah, NASCAR. Hell yeah.
Oh, really?
Because nothing practical about that shit. Like, nothing at all, dude. I'm pretty sure like I'll get cancer from that car. That car. I think that's how COVID got started.
Bro, every time you get in that thing, it's like you need a tetanus shot. There's
Yeah.
something
It wasn't a monkey in
sticking
China
out.
for sure. It was definitely that car. Yeah.
All right. So here's a follow up question then. What car in here has given you the most smiles? Oh, man. That's a tough one. You have to think on that one.
I'm gonna probably say STI.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't get that long ago, though, right?
No, I didn't. But I think you know, being a father, being a husband, we're kind of all about seeing the smiles on other people versus ourselves, and watching my wife cry, watching my wife go down the track with his wife for the first time and the happiness and that made my heart full because I know that I'm doing good with my life if I can positively impact other people's. And so that makes me happy, So I would say STI.
Okay.
Like I would never sell my Evo. But if it meant my wife keeping the STI, and the Evo will never sell, so don't start sending me
bro.
DMs.
I was like, you said this.
Don't start sending me DMs.
Yeah.
But I would definitely sell it before she would be the last that I would take away, from her happiness.
We made some great memories in that too. Just like the whole how that car came about. And
Yeah.
like going to Misfire Motorsports too.
Those are
guys,
definitely 2 cars. The rest of the cars are
relationships.
just kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love them. Trust me, I love them. But I mean, SCI and Evo are just like my heart. Like I'm talking about, like I want to be 90 years old cruising around with my wife in these cars. I want when I die and my wife dies, like my kids I got a boy and a girl, like to have these cars forever. Like everything else they can sell, they can do whatever the hell they want with. But
Starting with that toolbox.
yeah, they can sell. They can sell. At that point, I'm out. So, But I'm gonna put in the will. You always keep the Evo and STI. You can get rid of the Viper. You can get rid of all of it. You shouldn't have no problem selling none of it.
Yeah.
What's this thing going down a drag strip though? So what's your wife drive?
So she's got the SRT4.
That's right. Yeah,
05. Yeah. Bought that for her over the summer. And so she's just been enjoying it. Learned to drive, 5-speed for the first time like a month ago. Same as Jared's wife. And it's 350 horsepower. It's got a built trans, straight cut 1 and 2, 6-putt clutch. So she's had to really learn how to drive the car. and it's got an insane short shifter in it. It's like an 80% reduction in throw.
It's insane. You gotta actually feel it.
Yeah, it's
short
nuts.
shifter.
Yeah.
Like
The car.
What else were you thinking of?
Just making sure, brother. I see you over there.
You're gonna come to my garage and not feel me?
I got your sticker on that locker.
Like, as cliche as it might sound, the whole like shifting noise in Fast and Furious, where you get that clank, it's
all
just like
14 gears.
Yeah, literally, I was there, bro. It literally makes that clank when you change the gear. It's the weirdest thing, but it's like direct. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a fun car to drive, and obviously a ton of history with it. And then I've got a 9240 SX. I've had that car since 2007.
That's so crazy, man.
Yeah, I had one in high school, bought when I was 13, sold it.
Shit.
Yep, man. I've been into cars a long time. So yeah, I saw that movie, got a summer job. I was working in a greenhouse, man, under the table for $7 an hour. Just some random person that my mom knew. It was a family friend. I made like $1,000 that summer and bought that car. It was wrecked.
And you were 13?
13. Yeah.
So what, you still got to drive it, like, under the table?
Nah, bro. This thing used to sit in, like, when I bought it, it was wrecked. Like I said, it sat at the edge of the woods at my dad's land that he had. And I would sit out there in the middle of the summer and just pretend to drive it. And I'm just getting my ass eat up by mosquitoes. Like, I'm just sitting there just like shifting. I mean, just being a kid, you know what I mean? Like, and then just started working on it, bringing it back to life. Drove it my sophomore year of high school, drove it all through high school. And then I was like, all right, I want to kind of take my skill set to the next level. And so that's where this car came in. I sold that, bought this car for $800, and I tore it down to bare chassis, and it just kind of went from stages. So started out 400 horsepower, then 5, 6, 7, now it's, if you dyno jet this car right now, I'll probably make 850, something like that.
Shit.
Yeah, I ain't getting in that.
Yeah, it's dude, this car, it's insane, man. It's insane.
No,
yeah.
you neither?
Oh, no, that car crazy.
No, there's some cars, like, I'll be like, I'll hop in that. Like, the Viper, no problem. 2600 horsepower all day long. Like, knowing the driver, I ain't getting that fucking thing.
Yeah.
No shot. No, that thing terrifies me.
It's crazy, bro. It's 2,500 pounds, and, like I said, it makes good power. It's got a 488 rear end PPG, 1 through 4 dog box. It's a KA. So original engine that came in it. Single cam KA. Yeah. So it only came in at 2 years. So, a little bit of an anomaly, but we're going to do this. This is the next YouTube episode, but we're going to switch over to E85 because in North Carolina, we didn't really have a lot of it. So I was running on race gas, Q16, burning up O2 sensors, all that. And so going to switch it over to ethanol, probably do a map on ethanol, on 1-ethanol-R.
I was going to say, is that, because you guys, Real Street's a distributor down here, right? Is that who you order it from? Or?
No, we get it just from different places, different distributors and stuff we know. We probably... Yeah, we'll probably set something up.
We got some underground, get it cheaper.
Hey, there's a guy up in Indy that he came up to us. He makes moonshine, and he also makes that for cars.
Yeah, you're talking about the
really?
you're talking about the Ignite guy.
Yeah, Ignite. Yeah,
Oh, Ignite,
Really?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
From my understanding, like,
They're very similar. They taste about the same.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I had moonshine.
So funny enough,
bro.
they actually put like a chemical in there so technically that's what makes them able to sell it as a fuel. So you can't ingest it.
Yeah.
But it is pretty, you could ingest it without the additive package that's in it. It's like the craziest thing. But
That's what he basically was saying.
You might want to put a warning down there.
Yeah.
Don't try this out.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So the goal with this thing is we're gonna run 8-second pass. So that's the thing too. Like, I think people have seen a lot of like the collecting of cars, us working on cars. It's a lot to keep all these cars up, and a lot of our videos have been that. But I can tell you right now, we're gonna go to the track a lot more now that the foundation's kind of set, and we're kind of in this position now where we can move forward.
Okay.
And so again, this is gonna go to the drag strip. We've got another car that nobody knows about. We plan on doing something with that and hopefully get that built into a drag car. We got a lot of big plans with this. There's parts that's been setting for the Evo for 3 years.
Are you guys taking the Evo up a notch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, up a big notch, yeah.
What is it making right now? Like 450, 500 probably? Or wait, hold on. What's a notch then?
It should be 750, 800.
Right now?
No, the notch up. Right now, probably about 650.
It depends on
Okay,
it depends on if I convince them to switch to a different turbo, then we'll probably do 850. I don't think it'll be much more than that.
I don't know about 850. I'll probably set up 800. It's still a low mile. Like, it's actually a very
car.
rare car.
Are you worried about like I think 800 is probably a sweet spot. You
I don't
Yeah.
want to go over 800.
don't want to get too crazy with it because then it
Yeah.
takes the enjoyment out of it.
Yeah,
like
for
if you
sure.
turn into a competitor.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we made a YouTube video talking about like, do you need 1,000 horsepower to have fun?
No.
You absolutely don't.
Nah.
And majority of these people that get on this 1,000 horsepower hype, like they've never actually driven or have 1,000+ horsepower car.
Yeah.
Don't understand power to weight ratio.
My phone's gonna ring here in a second. Kelly wants to call me. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right.
I'll talk to my new best friends here.
Oh,
No, but me and Dan have seen that. So doing the show again, you guys are gonna be episode 186, whatever the hell, right?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
no,
a good
cruising.
run, dude. That's
But
awesome.
one of the things, the most common theme we see is like you go past the fun zone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Like my friend with the 2600 horsepower Viper, for example, he had way more fun when it was in its phase when he sold it. It was 2600 turbo 400 whatever setup,
Yeah.
right? He had way more fun in that car. He put way more miles on that car when it was 2000 horsepower ish, whatever, with a sequential.
Yeah.
Right, like he just left the fun zone, right?
Yeah.
Like he literally
Yeah.
drove that car down to Oklahoma and back. Like we're talking, like which for context, like 600-700 miles down and back. Did a shit ton of hits down in Oklahoma, and then drove it back home.
Nithmoto built some badass Vipers.
They got that balloon white one for sale at Chicago Motor Cars.
Yeah, was it like 400K?
I'd be probably.
yeah, but if Aaron touched it,
Well, it's a
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
Lamborghini balloon white.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of make this comparison though. Like I drive the SRT4 all the time. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's 350 horsepower. I love it. You know, you can go cruise. It's got air conditioning, all that stuff. But
Don't need that
sometimes I need to feel alive.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I jump in that car.
You need both,
And
right?
you do, and that's the thing. I think you do need both. And for me, it's like that car. After I drive it 45 minutes to an hour, like I'm exhausted. Like I literally need to come home and take a nap. And it's just like it's caged. You know, it's rattling your teeth out, the dog box, all that stuff. And I drive it on the street, you know, quite a bit. But again, it just wears you out, man. But you need both.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it like 500, 550, somewhere around there, I think is like plenty. If it's a lightweight car, you know, you can have 350, 400, you know, and it's plenty. You're going to have fun. You're going to enjoy it. The car's not going to break. You don't have to worry about if it does break, here's 20 grand or whatnot. But like you said, there's those times where, you know, that Limp Bizkit era kicks in.
yeah.
And you're
That's
like,
how,
bro, I'm willing to risk going to jail tonight.
That's how I shredded third gear in my 2015
You know?
GT. I was like, oh,
Yeah, Limp Bizkit turned out one too many notches on the
There's
volume.
no teeth left on that gear. I can tell you that right now.
Dude,
Just
some of
shredded
those
it.
gears that Bowen showed us were crazy.
Yeah, that came from my transmission.
Is that your transmission?
Yeah.
The ones that look like spaghetti?
Oh no, that was a planetary gear
No,
out of
that's-
an
yeah, yeah.
automatic transmission.
that's
Melted
right,
and
yeah.
squeezed them out like Play-Doh.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was a crazy photo.
But no,
that's
yeah,
rough.
but now it's got a TR6060, a tick built.
nice.
So yeah, I mean that's where you find the weak spots. Man.
Yeah.
You got to throw. You want to know
build
where your
like a
weak
bed.
spots. If you're gonna shake something down, put on some Limp Bizkit.
there you go.
Yeah, weak spots are expensive. You know that.
They are expensive. They are.
So you were saying too about like racing, or I was mentioning too, like we're going to do more of that. So obviously, like I said, trying to run an 8-second pass with this car. The other thing is now getting our wives into.
Oh, yeah, they're racing now.
And so last night,
I don't know if there's many people that do that though.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and
It
so
is very, like, I had, you know, you racing yourself is fun for sure. But I was just telling Zach, I was like, man, it was a lot of fun supporting somebody else.
Being
on the
pit crew
team.
is
Yeah.
almost
It's
just
a
as
blast.
fun.
Yeah, it
I
really
support
is.
my daughter when she races snowmobiles, and
Yeah.
I was like, she actually, I let her race my sled because she got second, and she knocked me out, and she got a trophy on my sled, knocked me out of the class I was in, and I still was proud as hell.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
that's
care. I didn't get a
awesome,
trophy, but she beat me on my sled. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's what you,
yeah.
literally before you guys came, my daughter was like, Daddy, I want to be just like you. I said, no, you don't. I said, you want to be better than me.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's what
That's
you
your goal,
want.
right?
Yeah.
That's how I want it. I don't care. If
that's
they
how you know
kick
you
my
won
ass.
as a parent,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is like them getting into it. They had so much fun last night. Went to the TRC meet and just had a blast, and you know they both improved, and it was like we've been talking all day long, back and forth, and it's like when do we do it again? What track
Yeah,
are we
they're
going
ready.
to? Like ready to go again. So I think that part's fun, and then you know our daughters and
Yeah, the
his
kids
son
will
get to see it, and yeah, so that's exciting too.
What how much of this? So like you have plans for this. Are you guys doing the build?
Yes.
Okay. So what cars in here will you not touch? Or are you thinking you're going to do all of it now? Because I know you had the Subaru built, but
we'll
a
pretty
Subaru,
much
right?
do
kind
all
of?
these cars, but that GTR.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want
You'll even touch that. Is that a rotary in there still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll touch the
definitely
rotary.
that.
Yeah.
Bro, shoot.
Yeah, and I
I'll
think
call up
that's
my
the
Puerto
thing.
Rican boys, bro.
I'm sure you're right here down here, dude.
Bro, I'll be like, look, help me.
But they're like working on a Briggs and Stratton anyway, right? Like, I know it's pretty easy. Yeah.
That's true. I forget where we're at.
GTR, right, which I don't plan on. Like, I know for sure that I will sell a GTR.
Yeah. At
the bare minimum, that GTR will go for an R34 GTR. That's what I wanted in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
R34 is on the docket.
Oh, 100%.
That's
100%.
that's both.
Oh,
Bayside
God.
blue or
ours.
midnight purple?
Well, we saw midnight
We saw,
purple
yeah,
one.
yeah. So our goal
Midnight
is
purple.
Yeah,
But
it's gorgeous.
listen, I wouldn't be mad with a Bayside blue either. Okay? Like, trust me, I'm not going to be like, man, I wish I was in a midnight purple. No. Like, I'm not that type of dude. Like, having an R34 GTR would be pretty freaking sweet.
You're probably going to need to ship your car soon, or know somebody that will. And as someone who used to work in freight logistics, I understand the difficulties of finding reliable transport, especially when trying to make it to rallies, racetracks, or to warehouse to hide your Corvette, because you're going through a messy divorce, and when she says everything, she means everything. Anywho, Nick Shearer is the proud owner of Sure Thing Logistics. Having traveled much of the country with every type of vehicle you can imagine, he's got the experience and reliability that you want to ensure a safe journey for your pride and joy. If you want to find out what it takes to ship your vehicle, go to SureThingLogistics.net, fill out the intake form, and be sure to let him know I sent you. Let's get back to the show.
We do. I mean, so my name on Instagram is obviously ZTuned88, right? So like my favorite car of all time, Z-Tune R34 GTR.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
Right.
forgot about
So that's
those.
kind of where but my name to play on was Zach, right?
That
So
might have been when you hit me up.
yeah, it may have been.
Because I shared something about a Z-Tune. This was like 2.5 years ago. I shared a highlight.
No, it was a fuel system podcast. I don't remember who you interviewed with
Fuck,
fuel
I'm going
systems.
back. Y'all keep talking amongst
Yeah.
These
yourselves.
guys' memories, this is unreal. Like, you asked me something last week, and I don't even know.
But
You know how much shit I got memorized because this podcast is
bet,
insane, dude.
dude.
but we hope too as this gets bigger. We want to go to Japan,
Wanna
film
film
a
this.
trip, and we
So-
want to buy 2 R34 GTRs.
Okay, so do you want them to be left-handed or right-handed, or does it not matter to you?
They only came right.
they only came
Oh, they only
right-handed.
came right-handed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
See, not a tuner guy. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah.
I mean, you see some conversions, but we're going for
The
full
biggest
Japan
problem with that
Okay.
is with if you go left hand on that, then if you do a conversion, naturally the way the engine's set up, the exhaust is on the left hand side. And so then you have to worry about the brake booster and, that getting hot. That's kind of what I run into with this car too. You got to be really careful. That car didn't come turbo stock. So that's one of the issues that you end up seeing a lot with that, where they kind of avoided it. That was actually one of the reasons why they debated on if they were even going to bring it to the US and decided not to, because you just had to re-engineer things for the heat.
Is it vacuum assist?
They come vacuum assist
Okay.
stock. Yeah. I don't have a brake booster on mine anymore. I got a Willwood
okay.
manual booster on it. So it does what I need it to do. But,
I mean, buying JDM, like if there's an option to buy USDM, I will.
yeah,
for sure.
like a left-hand drive Supra,
Yeah.
obviously. It's,
They hold the value, so when I say JDM, some people in the comments,
Man, those people are annoying.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
no, it's not JD. Actually, JD.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
but
No, it's just
with the
annoying.
R34 just only being able to right-hand drive JDM, like I'll
Yeah.
definitely. And I've driven one, and it's not that bad, dude.
Is there anything in
Yeah,
here
it's not
right hand
bad.
drive?
Nothing.
No, but
No.
you're comfortable driving it.
Yeah, I drove
Yeah.
my buddies, and he was like, "Dude, you're gonna do fine." Like, and I got in it, and you start to veer a little. He drove one too. You start to veer a little
No.
bit, but you recognize it. And it's just,
the biggest thing is the turn signal. It's on it's on the right side instead of the left side. And you're like, everything else is in the same spot. Obviously,
I feel like
the gear
shifting,
shift.
though, would feel really weird with my left hand.
Yeah, you're coming
That's,
towards yourself
you-
instead of away.
So I'm definitely right-hand dominant.
Yeah.
Like,
Why'd you
I
do
thought
that,
the same
dog?
way.
Why'd you do that? Griff?
Well, because I don't know. Thinking about
That's all right. That'll be
your
a
right
highlight.
hand, like
He's right hand dominant.
right hand,
crazy.
right hand dominant.
AI will have a good time with that one.
Oh, we're so.
I
close.
thought it would be weird, shifting with your left hand.
Yeah.
Dude, it's actually not, man.
Everybody
Really?
that I've talked to says it's not
It's
a big
not.
deal.
It's not. It. I thought because my buddy he just got his R34 GTR done. It's like making 1,200 horsepower or something. And beautiful car, man. And he was like, dude, you got to drive it. And I'm like, bro, I don't really want to drive your car because I'm kind of funny about that, you know. He's like, no, man. He's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I drove it, and dude, it was a blast, man. Like it was way easier than I thought. And I was like, oh, okay, I can do this.
Shifting fast would probably be a little bit. That's
what
would be the
like
learning curve.
Doing this with my right hand. Like I've been rolling gears forever. Like I feel like I can shift pretty fast. Doing it with the left would be like to get that speed down again would be the hardest part.
When I drove, we got a friend Joel who has one. We went for a ride. And I was like a little kid, man, and I pulled out.
Got chills, bro.
Oh, bro, I was losing it, man. Because I mean, I just again, that's my dream, and it'll be something that I get to have that's like has AC, decent amount of power, but I drive, you know, and enjoy it.
And this is like in August. He really like goosebumps.
Yeah, it was blazing hot, bro, and I had goosebumps all over me.
All over.
It was an experience.
Like white stuff all around his pelvic area. It was wild. His eyes got a little crossed out. His feet was curled up.
No, we pulled out. We pulled out of the Jesus. Pulled out.
I don't know what happened in that ride. I wasn't there.
We left the parking lot and went up to the stoplight, and literally, like I was telling you, the hardest part was the turn signal. I went to hit it, and I turned the wipers on. I was like, wait
just
a second.
pretend it's a BMW. Don't use your turn signal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What the hell?
Well, hold on. I know Supras too are like weird about the turn signal, right? Like you have to like set it back or whatever. Like I can't remember. Like I had a friend that she had like a Supra or whatever, and like she would always like accidentally leave her blinker on all the time. Like it's like a.
I don't know. I never heard.
It's like a weird stock or something.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't use turn signals.
No, you don't.
I literally don't.
No,
where's the BMW?
Like, like literally, there's only two ways I drive. Like all out or like slow as balls.
Literally so slow.
I get so much shit for this because like when especially in like my last car, like my old co-host used to give me shit for this. He's like, dude, why you use your fucking blinker? You're doing 110 already. I'm like, I'm being a good citizen. I want to let them know where I'm going.
Dude, I don't, man. I mean, like his wife uses a blinker at the track.
She did that once too.
That was amateur. I was like, geez. I was like, come on, girl.
Oh, me. And if you're following me,
yeah, I don't know where he's going. Yeah. I'm like,
jeez. Have you guys done road rallies before ever or not really?
Never done a rally before. I was actually talking to a friend about that last week. Fun. Yeah. But I also know they're hit and miss because they can get a little.
It depends who you rally with. Like,
yeah.
I always describe it as you choose the group you're comfortable with. You got the guys that are balls to the wall, want to get there fast.
That's me. I'm out front.
I can't rally with him.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't. Like,
because they got enough money.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been on some rides, you know, and these guys, like, and I hit, you know, I guess you could say this, but, you know, I hit 150, 160.
Rookie numbers.
And I back out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good back out point.
And I drive like normal. No, but they have that FU money. They rode 150 all the way to the destination and waited 10 minutes before I got there.
We were trying to see where the limit was setting the cruise control. By the way, on a 2020 up GT 500, it's like 125 miles an hour. You can set the cruise control. Anything after that, you can.
It's actually higher than I would have thought.
That's insane, man.
Wow.
That's insane. Yeah. Even do that.
On a closed course, of course.
I think an Audi S7. I think it's like 140 something. My friend had a rental car.
You can
control 140.
That's insane. That's Autobahn type stuff. Or
right. German cars.
You know
right? Good point.
Yeah, they probably just like allow it to happen.
When you have the right car, though, like I have cars that I wouldn't take over 85, right? Like some Fox bodies that I have. Like this car, I bet she can cruise at 150 and hardly know you're doing.
I can confirm it does.
That car does everything.
The Viper. Like, literally,
they feel
Viper,
comfortable.
I mean, you can set at 110 and it feels like you're going 45.
Right.
Like, it just feels effortless. Mm-hmm. The Supra, that car was never meant to make 1,200 horsepower. It's a 95. Dude, like, yeah, the car just feels unreal. That's the car that scares me the most for sure.
The sketchiest shit I've ever done was I was going 111 miles an hour in my Jeep Gladiator.
Dang,
dude.
Dang. I don't go real fast SUV. They scare the hell out of me because they way the body sway and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I had no problem.
Yeah, dude, I don't like them.
I like GTRs though. I've had most of my fun driving GTRs. I think.
Well, that one's for sale, brother.
I ain't got that. I ain't got a tax bracket yet.
We got,
I'm
bro,
a young buck still.
Minnoxide, bro. Hey, y'all, buy some. What you selling merch? Buy some merch, guy.
What's the price on it?
130.
Yeah, no.
People would be like, man, Minnoxide's got
Wait,
them
is
sponsors.
it broken in any way, or can I break it on the way out of here and get it for cheaper?
No, it's not broken.
All right.
You give him a call when it's broken. You take it. Dan doesn't buy nice shit.
Yeah,
No.
I was like, bro, this is too nice.
Even my GT500, when I bought it, I was gonna buy a Focus RS. I had a deal. I was about ready to have it shipped to me.
That was what
Hey,
else
brother.
I wanted before that
Yeah.
SRT4. I
The
came
dealer
close
and
to
I
that.
were $1,000 apart.
Oh,
And he wouldn't. I was like, but I'm going to have to pay to ship it. I was like, I'll wire you the money right now. $1,000. And he said, no, fuck you. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I talked to you later that day.
I called him an idiot.
Yeah. And he was like, dude, because I was driving a built 2015 S550 Mustang before that.
He
And-
spent years making a copycat GT500. And then he's gonna go buy a Focus RS. I'm like, Dan, you under no circumstance you're gonna go fucking downgrade. Like, no, listen.
Oh, so you were going from an S550 to a Focus RS?
Yeah, I wanted to try this. I wanted to play in this little car 4-cylinder turbo
Wow,
world.
that's
right?
a lot different. Though.
Yeah, it is.
that's a big difference.
like, I understand having
when you,
both.
I road course, so like when you muscle a 4,300 pound car
That's
at
a
Road
lot
America
of weight
into
to throw
turn one
around,
at
man.
160 miles an hour, you know, I'm like, crap, man, I want to try something different. What's a light car like?
Yeah.
All-wheel drive, all this crap. And no, he basically told me I was a moron. And then I said,
I was
"All
not
right."
subtle about it either.
He was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna find a broken one. And then I hung up.
Yeah.
And then it was maybe like 2 weeks later. I was like, all right, it's incoming.
I couldn't believe it.
Hey, that's awesome.
No, I got a combination of like I'm kind of like the mix of two of you. Like I got the aggressive personality of you, and it comes out when it needs to, and that was one of those times it did.
Yeah. You dumbass.
But I'm PR safe like you.
But the Focus RS is a hell of a car.
I still want
Yeah,
one.
it is.
I want a is it 19 is the last year? I want a 19 and I want a red one.
Yeah, that all the
because it
recalls,
only
you don't
came
see
Yeah,
in
the reds are rare.
Yes, it is rare. And it
Yeah.
only came in 19 only.
Yeah. Oh,
And they actually made more red ones that year than blue ones, but I want the red one because you don't see
I
them.
had a customer back whenever I lived in North Carolina that had a red one, and he bought it wrecked and brought it back. So yeah, it was
Go
nice.
part here I come.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you.
I don't know, man.
He was looking
that
at
blue, that blue though, man. I don't know.
It does look
that
good.
blue is a good looking.
Yeah.
But it's like the R34 GTR. You never see red and yellow.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
when you
yeah,
see one,
Yeah.
you're like,
yeah.
Wow.
Red,
Well,
yellow.
I'm
R34
still
is rare.
like where you put so how I can spin it with my wife sometimes too, and just on my own standpoint, like I'm still a car collector, right? So the number rarity also matters
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like the fact that sure they're not gonna go up, and it's not gonna be a collector probably at some point, but the fact that the red is they made less of them and it's a 1 year only.
yeah, the RS7. That's the
Yeah.
CYM. And in the world, it was 300. In America, I think it was 99.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's the R1 package. So it
Yeah.
was like no sunroof, the aluminum hood, and had different suspension, like different seats, and then like obviously like you said the CYM. So competition yellow mica was like stupid.
Yeah,
rare.
I don't think I've seen
they
the
they
yellow
made
one.
it in yellow and white. I think it was them the only two colors I think that it was available in.
In the
maybe
R1 package?
yeah, maybe a silver.
Black. Because
Black?
mine has one.
Okay, yeah. It was a limited amount for sure. But
Well, I
yeah.
mean, just because it's left-hand drive, they only made the RS7 for 2 years and backed out of it.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So
I
when
did
you
drive-
see like 98s and 99s, they're
Yeah.
all right-hand drive. You know.
Oh, okay.
but that one has all the 98, 99 body on
Yeah.
it. So like the spoiler, the front bumper, all that stuff.
I drove a built turboed one.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like the power to weight ratio, even though my car had probably another 300 horse on it, my GT500, it felt very similar power to weight ratio.
They're great.
Yeah.
Before I got the Viper, people would ask me like, what's your favorite car to, drive around? And I would say the RS7 because it felt the most like a sports car. Like rally cars
Interesting,
are
okay.
rally cars.
Yeah.
Like that's what they feel like. It's 4-door. The Evo to STI, they're never going to feel like a sports car.
Mm-hmm.
And the Supra, the GTR, they're more like touring cars. But the RS7 felt like a sports
Yeah, it's supposed to be
car.
super well balanced.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
the
I was
engine's
having-
behind the front axle.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's that car is literally almost perfect 50-50 weight. Like
Yep.
it's
They
So
said
is the
even if you
Viper, it's a
LS swap
Cinnamon.
them, it doesn't
Yeah,
change
that's true.
either.
Oh,
The 50-50 stays pretty much the same if you
Really?
LS swap them. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not supposed to
Really?
be that much heavier.
I would never
yeah.
do
well,
that.
aluminum
Just
block,
FYI.
I'm assuming is what
Yeah,
you're talking about,
I would
right?
assume.
Yeah. But I was having a blast, and when people found out that I was thinking about the Viper, because I was going back and forth between R34 and the Viper.
Wow, I can't believe you chose that. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I think because I wanted experience, because I knew what we were kind of. So I was like, okay, well, and it just fit too well, the R34. And I was like, I'm a little spicy. So I need something to spice up things,
Which number is it, by the way?
What do you mean?
Isn't it like the GTSR?
That's not GTSR.
Isn't it?
That's
Oh,
ACRE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's got a GTSR. Like
it just has that
the package type.
But it's not a
look on it.
GTSR.
Yeah, it's not like a commemorative whatever special number. Yeah.
No, I tell people I got the poverty version because people are in there like, "Oh, sick GTSR" in the comments.
Bro,
like, it's not
the
GTSR.
Viper market is the weirdest fucking market.
It is weird.
And you've been in some of the Facebook groups. There's some weirdos
Yeah,
in
I
there
love
too.
all
Oh
of them.
yeah, there's a lot of weirdos.
I think I belong to one of them now. I was in like 10. I left them all.
Yeah,
They're so
yeah.
weird. If I like honestly basing it off the way people are, the Viper market, I would have never. Thank God, like one of our close friends has a Viper, and he's like a cool dude. And I was able to meet guys like Nithmoto, the guys that run over there, and stuff, like really cool people. Because it was like, okay, but if you just had to go off the experience of some of these Facebook groups and Viper,
Bro, you get those Gen 1 and Gen 3 owners talking.
bro, oh my God, bro. They're nerds, bro. Nerds. Like, y'all think, seriously, bro, people think Corvette guys? No. Viper guys are the biggest nerds, bro. Biggest pansy I've ever seen. Dude.
Listen, man, we've had some special Corvette owners on the show too. I'm just saying, like,
they're special learn.
their New Balance and their high.
But like I said, luckily I was able, I met a lot of really, really cool people. And I was like, okay, but once I got it, I was like, I'm leaving these groups because I was going there trying to find one,
Man, you should have just messaged me. I'll put you in contact with the right people.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you just got to hit up Calvo or Aaron, whichever one you're more comfortable chatting with. Either of those dudes, they'll take care of you.
Aaron's great. Calvo, he's a little wild.
He's wild.
Maybe he'll see this podcast.
I don't think Calvo strikes me as a guy that listens to podcasts unless someone's talking
he's
shit.
probably like me. I feel like me and him are probably a lot alike.
The thing is that Jared can't be around too much the same energy.
Yeah, I can't.
Or he's gonna get in trouble.
I'm the same.
Then I raise my energy. And then that person probably raises their. Next thing you know, we're locked up.
I was gonna say we get a call, Calvo and friggin' Jared in jail.
That's why like Calvo, when he's moving down here, he's like, "Oh, bro, we gotta get together." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know, bro. I got a feeling us two together might not be a good look."
No bueno.
Well, shit, man. Should we pop the usual 3? I think
Sure.
we're around 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be hard because I feel like there's a lot of cool shit sitting in here already. But anyway, at the end of...
the usual 3.
well,
I
you're
know
about
what
to
it
find
is.
out. Would you relax?
Yeah.
Man, damn it.
I've listened to the
You've
podcast.
been
I
talking
know
this
what it
whole
is.
time. Like, let me speak.
Welcome to the Jared Rose Show.
All right.
Jesus.
So at the end of every episode, we like to ask our guest or guests to pick 2 or 3 cars. I almost fucked it up too. I need a track car, a daily driver, and a show car. You have an unlimited budget. You can build whatever you want.
What? Holy crap. Are you definitely going first?
No,
Bro, you
No.
said you watched it.
I mean I do, but I
So
didn't
you
say
should have
I
been
did.
prepared.
I didn't say I thought
would have
about
my
what 3
shit
of those
wrote
are.
down.
I wrote them down before I went. I was a guest before I was on here.
So, a car you can track,
Yep. Any kind
Any
of
kind
track.
of track.
daily,
Yep.
and race.
Yep. No,
Like-
show car.
Show car. Okay.
Like take the kids to go get ice cream.
unlimited budget.
Yeah.
Unlimited budget.
Holy damn. A donk with 24. No,
Hey, it's on my list somewhere. I want a donk in the worst
listen,
way.
a telltale that I have FU money is when you see me riding around in a donk.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
I have an
You'll be
07
like, he really does not care.
I have an
It'll
07
have a
town
2J
car
in it.
with 2 12s in the trunk, and I would be lying to you if I haven't been looking at lift kits and stuff for it. Yeah.
Right. That's that thugaboo coming out of you. That's gonna be an interesting episode.
If we can even air it,
I was gonna say,
We'll be fine.
we're gonna have to start a Patreon and have it air this one. Yeah, people have to pay to see this
We'll
one.
be the first. We'll be
Yeah.
Full circle. I need a new
ground.
job, fellas.
All right, I'll go then. All right, so I'll start with the show car.
Okay.
I did think about this part. So, because to me, it's about like, kind of displaying what your capabilities are and like kind of your style. I grew up in the era me and you, I'm sure you probably did too. Yeah. Mini trucking, the tuner scene was a lot different back then. I'm going to say if I was going to build a show car and I had an unlimited budget, it'd be a Honda. Just because there is so much stuff.
I'm actually shocked about that.
There's so much stuff that you can do to that car. The catalog is absolutely unlimited.
Which Honda?
Like an EG hatch? That's hard. I didn't say that. Yeah, you caught me on that. You did say car, not manufacturer.
Yeah. I play specifics here. I thought you listened to the show. I don't let no one get away.
Exactly. Man. Okay. Let's see. I would probably say it would. Man, it's gonna be between two.
Just make it up. I'm born in '99. I don't know any of this shit.
I'd say an S2000 or an NSX is probably the two that I would do. Which one is it? Wow, Jesus, man!
Those are two totally different cars.
Yeah,
too.
I would have. I thought you were gonna say.
I like
hatch.
the NSXs.
I guess it depends on what kind
showroom?
Show car.
Actually, yeah,
a show car. Yeah, because it can be fast and still do all those other things.
You don't show off an S2000.
Yeah, because it's a convertible, bro. Come on.
Exactly.
I don't know.
You can't put the stars up above the ceiling.
Well, you're talking. I mean, I'm just saying.
I thought for sure you were gonna say hatch.
Like a hatch. Yeah, but dude, an EG or EK or something like that. I think I would want like
all the spoon stuff, the engine.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna call that a show car, that's like a performance type show car. I'm thinking like if I was gonna make something that era period, so like the era correct
that you're just showing.
Yeah, it's strictly just a show car that only goes to shows.
Well, those cars are beautiful as is.
I know.
Do it? Well, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't do one up nice like this, like an NSX.
See, that's ugly, bro.
No. I'm saying like, I guess if you wanted to do if you wanted to do something like that, that's like just like OEM plus, that's different. What I was getting at is like that era that we grew up in. Like if I had an unlimited budget, when I think show car, I think like, okay, this is a car that goes on a trailer, it goes to a show, and then it goes back on the trailer and it never goes on the road. That's my definition of a show car.
Thinking of
you'll still drive around. Take your kids to get ice cream in. That's a show car.
So that's not a show car to me.
So I'm thinking about like El Camino, like gold plated. That's show car to me.
Whatever your definition is of a show car.
Okay. If that's more of a show car to me. I mean,
I'm not judging you.
So what are you locking?
But they might.
Do what?
What are you locking in for show car?
I mean, it would probably be like a Civic then, I'm guessing.
No, don't change it.
No, well, I mean, like you talking about, then I started thinking about OEM Plus and all that. I mean, it's hard. Like I'm not a show car guy, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Man, you should have went first.
You should have. You should have.
This guy.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, all right, no, for real. All right, I'll say it right here. This is it. This is what I would do.
We'll have you on a second time. Like, don't stress it.
Just straight show car. It goes on the trailer, off the trailer. It's got mirrors under it, all that. That's what I think about a show car.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would do one like a late 90s era Honda Civic, and it would just be like body kit, lights, chrome, all the stuff. Like just pure nostalgia. I think it'd be cool as crap. Okay. That's what I would do if it was just straight up show car.
Cool.
Okay.
You want to do a track car and daily driver?
Track car. All right. Daily driver.
When you say track car, like road course or
whatever
like
kind of track you want.
Okay.
Dirt track, drag strip, whatever.
If it's a daily driver, I probably want, and this might be just simple, but I want to say like an F-350, 6.7, something that's practical. I can put, the kids in, trailer, the cars, the race cars.
I don't even know who I'm looking at.
I'm just saying, bro. Race cars,
bro. He
trailer.
said unlimited budget.
Yeah, bro. I didn't say it didn't have like 1,200, 1,500 horsepower. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
I ain't done yet. Come on, man. But like, you could literally do anything with it. But then it has a shit ton of power, built engine, big turbo.
Sure.
Yeah, something that would just be sick. At least it's reasonable that doesn't completely ruin the truck, but. Okay. I don't know. Just practicality for me. I'm pretty simple when it comes to a daily.
All right. And we got to lock in for a track car.
Track car. Nah, it's not going to be the 240s.
With the RB swap in it?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Oh, man. Track car? Damn, you do this one. And I'll come back.
What? No, he can't film it like that.
Sure he can. You should see some of the whack-ass answers I've had.
He's calling my shit whack, bro.
It's going back and forth.
Just kidding. I don't know, man. It's hard, dude. It's hard.
Yeah, we can come back. We'll put you on ice for a second.
All right, put me on ice. Let me think about it.
All right, show car. It would I would lean more towards American Muscle, like kind of like resto mod car.
Sure.
Probably honestly something like Eleanor.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I dig that.
I think Dan just got a boner over there. Whatever.
he's like,
I dig
somebody say Eleanor. I could see that as like a short, like unlimited budget and can make it like, yeah, I could see something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. What was the other? Daily? Oh shit, Daily. Bro, Daily? Am I concerned about putting the kids in or not?
I don't think it'd be
Or
a
is it
problem.
just me as a Daily?
Yeah, just use a daily, I think.
Me as a Daily?
See, now y'all moving the goalposts.
No, that's fine. Whatever is a daily.
I'm checking.
Nah, forget the kids, bro.
All right, it's a basketball hoop, by the way. It ain't even no goalpost.
I mean, Daily? And I'm not doing landscaping, so I don't need a truck. I'm just ripping around town. F40.
Damn, okay.
Hell yeah, I daily shit out of that.
You Daily in F40?
He said unlimited budget.
Wow.
I got FU money, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
F40. Wow, I'm gonna.
I was so daily. Yes, 100%.
Oh, bro.
And I'm not
I
concerned
love
about
F40s.
miles. I'm not concerned about, dude. And I got money just.
That's straight up race car.
No, that's my daily.
Hold on, I haven't heard the race car answer.
We haven't got to a race car part.
Yeah, now I'm really curious.
Race car? It would probably be a. This is a tough one because there's two answers I'm thinking about. But as a race car, it would be like seriously a legit race car,
That's
like
what I
road
was about to
course.
say.
It would
You're
be a
gonna steal
legit.
my answer.
Let's get you a
I
KTM
would-
Expo or something.
Oh, what now?
Okay, have you seen those KTM Expos?
Oh, those are pretty cool.
they're
Those
sick.
are pretty cool. Yeah. But no, I'm talking about full blown race car.
Okay, you're
I'm
talking
like,
about
I'm
road
the way his
course?
looks inside.
You're talking drag strip?
No, road course.
Road course? Okay.
I would lean. Oh, it's gonna be tough, but
Don't you say it.
it's gonna probably be either Castrol Supra car
Ooh, okay.
or I really dig like the Pennzoil R34 GTR.
Ooh, that's cool too.
You didn't take it.
Yeah, that would probably be like my just straight up race car. Like
Which one is it? Lock it in.
I'm probably got R34 GTR. Yeah. So F40 daily, R34 GTR track car. That's my daily.
And then the Eleanor.
And then Eleanor as my show car.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't say Comp Coupe Viper or something for the race car.
You want to know what my other one I was going back and forth?
No, because I'm gonna tell mine before you
You're
steal
not
it.
going to say it. Trust me. You're not going to say
I don't
this.
know about that.
This is a Corvette.
Dang it, dude! I was about to say it.
Damn it. Really?
Yep.
Damn.
I was gonna say my race car would have been a C6R.
Oh,
You said C5.
I was going to say C5 or C6R.
Dude, the C6, I love C6R race car. That would be a yellow, black on the back.
Damn, we really are cousins, right?
Yeah. Petite Le Mans, man. I went to that in college, and bro, I fell in love with that car. It was sick.
Damn.
So yeah, I would definitely, if it was just straight up race car, unlimited
So we got
budget.
something in common.
Bro, we have a lot in common.
Well, yeah. I
What
know.
are you talking about?
But if we get FU money, like we could have even more in common. We'd be like, we can buy this together and share it. And it was really cool. I went to the Peterson Museum, and so I actually saw one in person, both the
okay.
C5R and the C6R.
Was it Dale Earnhart's?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
which is really cool. Which, if you haven't been there, man, it's like magical place, magical place. Yeah, like all historian type cars and stuff like that.
Where's that at? North Carolina?
California.
Oh, California. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't believe you were actually going to say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say C6R race car.
Man, I was going back between JDM or the Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car
You almost
is.
flew out your fucking chair.
I was like, don't you say it.
Hey, that's crazy. I would have never thought you was actually going
Yeah,
to
I
say
was
that.
gonna say C6R because my thing is like a Z tune and stuff like that. As much as I love them, bro, I feel like I couldn't even drive that damn thing. Even if I had unlimited money, it's
Aren't
like,
they like $2 million or something like that?
Well, the last one sold for $2.5 million, and that was like several years ago. We know the guy who actually bought that car.
Yeah, because there's only like what, 20 of them, 25 of them, or something.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit like that.
Yeah. So the one person who's trying to sell 001 is in Australia, and he was offered $3.5 million and turned it down.
Crikey.
Yeah. So I think there was an article that came out not too long ago. I think they said that they were trying to negotiate on like a $5 million sale. But I mean, those cars are insane, man.
That's the wild part about JDM. Like, they'll go from 30,000 to 5 million based off of literally the engine and the specs.
And here's the thing that's crazy: that car came out my sophomore year. You graduated, and that car new was $125,000,
bro.
And it's that much appreciation.
I swear, like, I would have took so much risk when I was younger if I knew what I knew, that I was going to be paying double for triple, sometimes triple what these cars could have bought.
The Viper's
for.
probably the biggest example of it. Those things skyrocketed. They couldn't fucking.
You could buy that for like what, $150K, like, and now like they're literally almost double. You know,
with was it Snake Green or Striker Green just sold for $515 the other day. You see that at Mecum?
Dude, that's
and Mecum doesn't even include the fees the motherfucker paid.
Yeah, it was $566 with the fees, man. It's just crazy, bro. And that car sold sticker, $150. It's like just wow. So, I do think about, like, even though we all joke around, we're like, financially just irresponsible. We know at the end of the day, all these cars are going up in value. So
yeah, for sure.
And I've gotten in all of them, not at the opportune time, but like a little more than what I should have paid. But I've been offered way more than a majority of these cars.
The odds of me to comfortably afford one of these in the next decade is slim.
That's definitely going to be a $100,000 car.
The Evos.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking the GD STIs. Some of the like nice examples are going for like 60 right now.
Dude, do you know how much the 22B, which granted that's obviously a rare spec, but like the 22B STI sold for on Bring a Trailer?
Was it like 220?
Yeah. Well, they had one that sold for 180, and then they had one that sold for like 220.
Wow.
Yeah, like Supra is not like in my realistic, like immediate, like in the next 5 years is just not going to be attainable.
Yeah.
And it's like by the time they get to like 200,000-300,000, it's like, do you want it at that price?
And that's the thing, and that's for me. That's like definitely like all cars. Like there's a point, like, I paid $120 for that car. Would I pay $200,000? No.
It's slippery at that point.
Like they valued the car at
$220,000.
Yeah. And I'm like, my God. And I'm just thinking, like, what I would. And even when you start to get into like supercars and stuff like that, and you're getting into this $300,000 to $500,000 market, there's not too many cars that could give me thrills of $300,000 to $500,000 worth. It's just, I'm just being honest.
No,
that's why I don't really lean heavy into supercars. There's cars that make me feel more alive. I've driven Porsches and Lambos and whatever, and the car costs $50,000. So I don't know that whole market. I think there's just a certain point where I'm like, and I don't think the Supra is worth $200,000. I literally don't. When that day comes and that's what they're selling for, I don't think so. But I'll definitely be happy if I ever go to sell it.
Yeah, no
and I
shit,
made,
right?
$100,000.
Dude, there's something to be said about being able to dive bomb a cheap car into a corner too.
Dude, it's fun.
Like I genuinely, like again, I keep bringing up my GTI for so many reasons, because I used to, like, my buddy had a 1200 horsepower GT500, right?
Yeah.
And we do these road rallies, and I would just fucking, like, we'd be like ripping through like the forests and stuff. I would just dive bomb into the corners, and we would, for every time he'd downshift once, I'd downshift twice.
Yeah.
And coming out of the corners, I would just dive bomb real hard. And I would be right up his ass up until like he got like, like peak power.
Yeah.
Like he's like, dude, I couldn't even see you back there because all I could see is your black tinted windshield.
Yeah.
So he's so far up his ass. And I loved just how cheap that car was. I didn't care about
want to drive one now just to see.
Man,
it seems like that. It's the way you're talking about it reminds me of kind of like the STI.
100%.
I feel like they would be like very similar.
It's the same. Yeah. No, because I've driven. So I used to do a series called Meet the Owner, right? And I would like drive other people's cars. They jump in the passenger seat and whatever. So I actually drove my car before I bought it, like 2 years in advance. Like, when it had less mods or whatever. It's kind of like that whole full circle thing, right? Because like one day I was just like, hey, would you ever sell that thing, by the way?
Yeah.
And he's like, no. A month later, he gets back to me. He's like, well, but But I've driven like, you know, STIs and stuff like that too. It's like, it's a different, you know, vibe, but it's like, I just love that front wheel, like craziness. I don't know. It's fun.
That was the
front
first
drive's
front-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
His SRT4 was the first one I ever. It's different. It's weird feeling not pushing you or all-wheel turning, like pulling you. It was
and
weird.
also the torque steer too.
Yeah,
The
torque steer's
GTI doesn't
fine.
have like almost any torque steer until you get to around 500 wheel.
Oh,
or
really?
450 wheel. Yeah, like
this
I-
thing's can
No,
torque steer
bro.
like a bitch.
That
right?
thing blows the tires off first, second, third.
Yeah.
Skates all over the place. It's
No,
insane, man.
like I just had regular PS4s on it. I was making like, you know, 340 wheel, 390 torque, and it was like it was. I mean, it was hooking up. It was fun.
Wow.
You know,
That's
if I
impressive.
ever went hybrid, I wanted to go hybrid turbo at some point, which would be like 450 wheel just
Yeah.
before like rods start bending.
Yeah.
But like I was just like, no, this is my daily. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some stupid shit in that car. I went in 150 on winter tires.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow. Dude, that sounds like a pussy, right? You have
No.
to bleep that out. I don't even know if you're filming now.
Yeah, I am. No, so on that note, where can everybody find you guys?
So you can find us pretty much everywhere.
Sure.
Well, Instagram, we're on Instagram. Full Circle Garage, we're on Facebook. Full Circle Garage, YouTube. Full Circle Garage, TikTok. Full Circle Garage. Our website
Is thefullcirclegarage.com.
Okay.
Yeah. We unfortunately had to fight somebody over the domain
yeah.
for that. Somebody stole the Full Circle Garage,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so we had to get the. But
Yeah.
the Full Circle
which is not bad, you know. But yeah, didn't the guy like try to sell it to me? I think because he saw it growing online,
Oh, that's
and he
lame.
went and bought it.
How much do you offer?
Wait, run it all back again.
Yeah,
What
but he
do you-
told you. He told you. Didn't he say he offered you $10,000 for it? I thought that's what he said.
I can't remember. I can't remember what he told me to sell it to me. For.
Wait, what are we buying? $10,000 I can afford. What do we got? 130 is different. Yeah.
No, that's lame though.
Yeah. So, but you know, the Full Circle Garage. I think it sounds a little more official. So
yeah,
does,
it does.
you know.
It does.
You have to change your
Oh,
logo.
you
for the-
lose a domain name?
Yeah, yep.
yeah, somebody saw it growing online and went
Yeah.
up and bought it, and then tried to sell it to me.
Do you want to plug your personal as well? Z-Tuned 88?
Yeah, Z-Tuned 88. Yeah, if you just want to follow me for, you know, just personal stuff with my car and build. But yeah, I mean, pretty much, you know, you'll see everything behind the scenes, and then we do stuff constantly. We're always together. We're always doing stuff. So this is a team effort, partnership for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, and if, you know, I would say the one thing is like too, the thing that is growing, but we would encourage people is to watch the YouTube. That's the
It
biggest
has
thing.
been growing. I've been paying
That's probably where
attention.
we struggle the most.
Yeah, it's a hard cookie to crack.
Yeah.
But I think the quality of
been
the
cracking
content, the quality of the content is really good, and we get a lot of really good feedback.
Dude, the people that watch it,
Yeah,
they're like, bro, this is good. Like y'all's dynamic together. You can kind of see in the podcast, but just imagine us working on cars and we can just,
we're in our element.
yeah.
I'm usually the one that's like, you know, I'm the one that's like detailed and like, you know, all the intricacies and stuff, working on stuff, and then he's usually being goofy. And
Yeah.
just- but we're
I've seen a
cracking.
few of them, yeah.
We're talking shit, being fun, you know, having a good time, yin yang.
I'm probably why projects take longer.
Yeah. But we have a good time, and, you know, and he's learning a lot too. So it's
Yeah.
like, and again, like we're going to be doing more racing and all that. So I just encourage people to check it
It'll
out.
be cool to. I was just telling him it's going to be fun support him to get that 8 second. You know, like when I was talking about like being happy to see other people happy. He's had that car so long, like you might see if he hits 8 seconds, or I say when he hits 8 seconds, you might get a little emotional.
Yeah.
It'll be a good YouTube video.
Well, that's what I like about you guys is so we've talked plenty and we've met off camera, right?
Yeah.
And you guys you're like you've seen the videos. I've seen you do that shit when the cameras are off. So you guys are very genuine. You know, I've met some people before. Like I met Richard Rawlings at an auction one time, and it's like when the cameras are off, the guy just looked dead on the inside, and then they come on, and he's all like, "Woo!" You know, and I'm like, okay, yeah. It's just there's no bullshit over here either.
Nah, man.
We are as advertised. That's probably one
Yeah.
thing I talk about a lot. I'm like, listen.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah. If you don't like us on social media, you're not gonna like us in person. Like, so just understand. And you know, I'm like I said, I'm offensive, you know, but I have a good heart. You know, and I say offensive. I just like making people smile, I like making people laugh, you know. So
You're
but
making people tap too.
they're making people tap, you know, knocking them out. That is fun. You know? But you know, just being able to you know, honestly it's a blessing to be able to grow a following knowing that you're just enough. You know what I mean? You don't have to act. You don't have to do it. Like the people we met at TRC's event last night, and people coming up for autographs. And pictures.
And they're full.
Are they?
You can finish the audio part though. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can back up. Yeah. Just finish what you say.
Nobody wants to see your face.
Yeah. Just people coming up. It's cool. Like because they know what to expect. It's a lot of families that come up. And a lot of, man, dude, like, you're so inspiring and stuff like that. And it feels good to, to put good out there and kind of help others go after their dreams and stuff. So I think at the end of the day, and he knows that about me. Like, I'm like a motivator. Like if you're negative, you can't be negative around me. Like, I'm going to bring out the best of you. I'm going to make you smile, and I'm going to tell you.
Oh, I'd crack, dude. On a shit day, you would probably make me crack.
Oh, bro. Like, there are no shit days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's fun, man. It's fun. And
no, you're kind of like that. Like, if I'm ever pissed off around my brother and he knows he pissed me off, he'll eventually get me to smile. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's how my wife, dude. That's literally me and my wife's marriage. Yeah. Like, bro, she'll be so mad, and we'll argue, and like I'll be mad or whatever, but like I'm also like a squirrel, so like 5 seconds later I'm just like, so and she's like, no, but I'm like, okay, all right, I'll get you to laugh. I'll get you to laugh.
It's a challenging subject.
Yeah. And then she's just like, I freaking hate you, and I'm like, no, you don't.
Well, I think that's a good note to end on, because I'm about to fall out of this chair like these iguanas you got down here.
Bro, I'm getting close. I don't know if you noticed. I'm like, from like leg up to like my legs are together. I'm like this.
I noticed you kept sliding over here.
I was over there, and there's a solo stove over there. I was about to fire that bitch up. I'm like, man, I
Put it right here in the middle of
Yeah. Well, shit. Well, thank you so much, guys. I'm so glad we made this happen. This has been in the works for a little while. So thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Dan, thanks for existing, and we'll see y'all next time.